everyone, and good evening. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. It's the nighttime one. Welcome to the program. I'm Aaron. That's April.
Hey.
Flog me, hit me, beat me, strike me, burn me, put cigarettes out on my white skin. I apologize. I had one goddamn job after I put the clip up today. By the way, Daily Wire Jeremy Boring clips, stay away from those from now on.
They're extra boring.
Nobody gives a shit about Daily Wire clips. You know, that is kind of the shitty thing about YouTube is they like encourage like beef and conflict and like the algorithms and shit. And although our best of show that we put up on Sunday did pretty well,
good,
and our clip yesterday did very well, then I can't really say it's really beefing. I'm trying to protect the Daily Wire and Jeremy Boring's feelings. It's just clips about them. Nobody gives a shit. We'll see.
Remarkably boring.
Remarkably boring, apparently. So go check that one out. Throw it a thumbs up if you want to. But otherwise, whenever we put something up and the audience goes, oh, fuck that, why'd you clip that? I don't give a shit about that thing. I throw a second one up after the evening show. So tonight, we're going to throw the Johnny and I making fun of Jackson Mahomes yesterday clip.
That should be great.
That'll be a great one where, the one where he's choking the club owner woman and kissing her against her will.
Yeah.
And Johnny and I wondered, are we sure he knew that was a woman? Because that doesn't seem like the Jackson Mahomes play.
It's not the one we know.
Patrick can kiss a bitch. Jackson doesn't seem like the guy who's into boobies. That's all.
No boobs for Jackson.
I've seen him dance and shit on TikTok and whatnot. That doesn't look like a guy who's into pussy. So that shocked the living hell out of me. And Johnny and I had some fun with it. That's coming up at 9:30, right after overtime. Sorry to be so presumptuous, but I do believe we will have overtime tonight. Thank you guys very much in advance. All the links and stuff are up. By the way, follow us on Rumble. Subscribe here on YouTube and hit the like button. We're going to do 200 likes before the end of tonight's show. Ooh. And we hope you're one of them. And we hope we earn it. But yes, beat me, flog me, burn me, everything. I had one job tonight, and that job was get the tickets up for the anniversary show, the big party that we're having with Gino and everybody else, the cornhole tournament, the whole deal. We've already got VIPs claiming their tickets from, Ohio, Florida, people from all over the country.
All over.
Are coming to the Steel Toe 9th anniversary party. So I should probably give people a chance to buy their tickets as well.
Yes.
The non-VIPs and whatnot. Sorry, I forgot. Should I get that done tonight?
I don't know how long it takes.
It takes about 10 minutes.
Well, that's fine. It's 10 minutes. What do you mean?
We'll get them up
Just
tonight.
do the damn thing.
Sorry about that, boys and girls. Sorry about that. Wow. Lemmy is not putting up with it tonight. She hit Galloway fam. I kind of like Galloway fam. Is he a cunt?
He might have been a cunt earlier.
Oh, no. Well,
or on Twitter. Maybe she knows him.
I say Lemmy's got balls. Lemmy's got mod powers. So that's the point of having a moderator in chief. I say Balls Deep and Lemmy are moderators in chief. Mm-hmm. So the rest of us can do a show. They can worry about police and everybody. So you run foul of Lemmy or Balls Deep. Don't.
That's on you.
You can try doing that thing where you message me and you go, oh, it was a big misunderstanding. I don't know why they did that. But I'm going to back their play if you're being a cunt. But anyway, our audience has a great time in here, and we want to keep it that way for them. But yes, I did forget to put the tickets up on Eventbrite today. I apologize. We'll fix that.
I got it done nice and early yesterday.
That show, we're putting the tickets up, 5 months in advance? That show's going to fill up so quick.
I'm very excited for that show.
There are a lot of people from a lot of different places who have told me they're looking forward to coming to our anniversary show this week, or this year. And boy, gives you summer to look forward to, too. Mm-hmm. In the month of March, which
be nice and hot, ready to drink.
Here in Minnesota, that's still a month and a half left of winter. There's snow everywhere, and it's not melting.
It's not going to go away for a while.
It's been 40 degrees like 3 of the last 4 days, and they're still the same. It's so packed in tight now, all the snow, we got nowhere to put it, so it's not melting.
We now have the highest mounds around our driveway on the entire street.
If you back here, for those of you who don't live in a place like Minnesota, when we back out of our driveway, you can't see if there's traffic coming. You have to get into the street to see if traffic's coming, because the mounds of snow that are piled up in minarets, if you will, on either side of your driveway block your view of traffic.
You have to stick your ass end out and see if it beeps.
If any, or just kind of get hit, right. If you have an older model vehicle. Yeah. We're dealing with that at the moment. All right, guys, we have a very, very good show for you tonight. Let's catch up with you folks in the chat. Where are we starting tonight? 225 away? Morning show audience dug into that a little bit for you. Thank you, guys. I always say under 200 by the halfway point. I think we're doing well.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, guys. 225 away from overtime tonight. There's Streamlabs, there's PayPal, Super Chats, memberships. Whatever you want to do, becoming a VIP, all on you. Hit the thumbs up. Let's do a great show, or make us earn it. Hey, April is pulling double duty today.
I sure am.
This is April's second show she's done on a Tuesday.
I don't know, except for that quick stint at the gym that I've stopped working today.
We've been very busy. Did Johnny end up doing any shows today?
Yes, he did. He was streaming on Twitch today for sure. And I have everybody's merch ready to go into the post office in the morning right away. It's all going tomorrow, and your prizes.
All of your merch and prizes are going out tomorrow. All of the money, all of the shirts, all of the stickers. It's all going out tomorrow.
Starting to take down orders for the next merch order. I have to create a custom sticker for Fuck You Dude. It's going to be interesting.
Jesus, you guys are really important. Yeah. Holy shit. Jackson KYP Stu says Jackson Mahomes definitely plays the skin flute. Just a Dabbler says nakedness. Oh, Just a Dabbler, we missed you, buddy. Welcome back.
Naked?
Tampa Bay, nakedness. I don't know.
Fun.
T. Jefferson, beat you, flog you? Well, I thought that was April's job, but for the right price, I can do it. Why?
Ooh, he doesn't like me today.
Why should I have to pay you to beat me? I feel like the beating is the payment. Kent G, no offense, buddy, but you just kind of come in here and autistically talk about the Bills all the time, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. Patrick says, evening, Steel Toe. Not me cutting my plans short to catch the whole show again. LOL. Oh, well, hey, we won't tell anybody. Grinch Girl says, another 8 inches coming Thursday. I hate this play. I didn't know that.
I don't think I knew that.
Mother shit.
God, that's gay.
Zen Rhino says, where I live, winter usually ends around St. Patrick's Day. The weather has been schizophrenic lately. 50s one day, 3 inches of snow the next.
Oh, yeah, check it out. Winter Storm Watch, Thursday and Friday.
God damn it, shit, piss.
4 to 7 inches here.
God. Well, I can stick my dick in the ground and almost make it to the bottom, am I right? Sorry. But Jake Chops is back.
Holy shit.
Hey, everybody.
Wow.
Good to see Chops.
I was just thinking about him. Remember I said that I haven't seen him for so long?
We were talking about Chops the other day, saying we haven't seen the guy in forever. Welcome, Chops.
Glad to see you.
Good to have you. Other people in the chat already saying, good to see you, Chops. Well, good. I'm glad he's getting a warm welcome. People are talking about how they're very impressed that you get back to them when they message you. They like that.
I feel shitty, actually. I don't get back to people quick enough. Yeah. But you're welcome.
Frozen Asian chiming in. Frozen Asian says, good evening. Good evening, Frozen Asian. Lovely to see you. Anything you'd like to apologize for? Because I'll be honest, we spoke about it on last night's show. You hurt my feelings a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And I'll be honest, you hurt my feelings so much that it may or may not have got a little racially unfair. I may have held you to a higher standard being Asian, saying that cheap shots from your other colleagues were okay because they're of lesser groups. Irish, Cuban, whatever Virgie is, things like that. But I expected more out of you, pal. You hurt me. You did worse than kill me, Asian. You hurt me.
Okay, but what'd you do to him?
I probably said racist stuff. You know what?
You got it from somewhere.
You know what, Asian? April's right. She always calms me down in these situations. I'm probably sorry for something.
You're probably a shit.
I probably said something about rice. I probably said Japan when you're Filipino. All just kinds of horse shit. It's my fault. I'm just jealous because I have an Asian man's facial hair at the moment. I'm sorry.
Is that how that looks?
That somebody said it last night. They said, I'm jealous of Frozen because I'm white, but I grow facial hair like an Asian.
Interesting.
Yes. Amanda Hugginkiss, so long as Aaron wears a shirt, then I will beat him. Why are we putting rules on these things? Why are we putting rules on these things? Let's catch up with you guys. Then we got a lot of news to talk about. Hey, remember that thing that all of us were saying a couple of years ago about how, hey, we're all wearing masks in gas stations and shit. Sure does make it a lot easier if someone wanted, stick up the joint anonymously.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of look like everybody else. Right. Well, the mayor of New York decided to say something about that yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's an old saying, better late than never. It'd be nice if you were, a little less than 3 years late.
A little less, yes.
And could we not wait until our city has already descended into the seventh circle of hell?
Oh, it's gone.
Do we have to wait until it's over?
He really did that?
It's almost like the Japanese after the second bomb going, maybe we shouldn't have started shit.
Don't poke the bear.
It's kind of late. The Fired Ginger starting us off tonight with $5, says thank you for all the content. This is the second show that I'm watching while at work. Here's to a 17-hour day. I'm starting to think we provide a service on this program.
That's a hardworking Litchfieldian.
D. Gulag says you both look smashing tonight. Thank you very much. Nolan T says digging the Captain America shirt. And April has to be the funniest hole ever. Congratulations. Congratulations on being the funniest hole ever.
Thank you.
Yes.
Homeless people are fucking assholes.
Well, there you go. I mean, that doesn't really sound like a funny thing. That didn't sound like good fun, but
that sounded mean.
Jesus, I don't know.
Shouldn't say things like
I don't
that.
know. Yeah, I don't know why you would behave that way.
I like a nice shorn puss.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I like your little yep at the end.
Yeah. Yep. Who doesn't love a good shorn puss?
They have to be shorn.
Yeah.
I defiled a.
There. I cut that one. April hates that one.
I do. Because that is besmirching my name.
The pallbearer says, I have to head to Mora, Minnesota in a few weeks. Why? Quit whatever job you have that's making you go to Mora, Minnesota.
Probably not worth it.
I live in Minnesota. If they made me go to Mora for this, I'd quit. If David Chandler said, Aaron, I need you to go to Mora for me, I'd say, David, what's at stake here? He's like, never another super chat, never another PayPal draw. I'd stop supporting the show completely. I'd go, all right, I'm going to Mora, but I don't wanna. I'd point at him.
Screaming it the whole way.
I would. I'd be screaming the whole way. Big Boss Sperm Producer says, yes, welcome back, Chops. You owe these people a lot of money. Chandler had to step in for you. No. Zen Rhino says, $5 hype train frozen. Is that you? We used Royce's hype train gimmick yesterday, his making fun of our show with the hype train thing. I got to be honest, it worked.
Smashingly.
It really did work out. So yeah, somebody said Royce was making fun of you guys by amping up the hype train thing, and then ROTC got a shitload of donations when he did that, and I went, well, fuck. Maybe I should give it a shot.
Sure, why not?
And also, Shane M with $10 says, sometimes I enjoy the show for being good. Sometimes I enjoy it for being bad. I also like people shitting on you. What does that make me? It makes you an anarchist, buddy. It makes you a true blue anarchist.
I guess so.
Yeah. Nobody shits on us harder than our own audience, for Christ's sake. 210 away, guys. Thank you very much.
They know how to do it properly.
I was trying to figure out what race Virgie is. Dick Sneezy says heroin addict. Virgie is a heroin addict. Look, I'm going to say recovering. Frozen Asian says, if it makes you feel better, I make fun of the ones I like. Shh, don't give up the bit, you dumb Filipino cocksucker.
That's true, though. If he didn't like you, he wouldn't look at you. He wouldn't talk about you.
I like everybody.
He wouldn't know who you are.
Nightwave Ray. Fucking Mersh. Is he drinking already? He says, you should open up a comedy club called Holarities.
Should I? Is that what I should do?
You see, Holarities. Holarities.
Okay, faggot.
Jesus, oh God. Whoa, that one was for Rumble. Whoopsie daisy. Oh man, what I meant to say was nothing
but undeveloped, unevolved, barely conscious pawn skull.
Yeah, that was the one I meant. No, it was this one.
A Methodist and the son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was that one. It was
Clam Radio.
It was
A demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth.
That's the one I meant to play. I might need new glass. I think
That's
you
not
might.
good.
I think you might need some thicker glasses there, sweetheart.
Oh my God, you got those.
Don't. It's fine.
You got those right like immediately before our wedding
Absolutely
trip.
fine. All I want to do is get into the news, get into our stories.
These are a year and a half old.
Hey, I found a really great way to get into the news stories after we, wrap with the chat a little bit. I found a really clever way to get into it, and it's never been used before. It's a new thing for YouTube. I wanted to say, let's get right into the news. And I wanted to grow a big douchey beard.
God, you were so gay.
It's a fucking 10-year-old joke right there. Holy shit, am I off to a bad start this evening. But I'm leaning in, so it's endearing.
You are goofy this evening. I don't know what's different with you.
I don't know.
I haven't seen you for a while.
I think today I'm gay. I think I'm a little gay today. Juan says, I masked myself with a man pond during COVID. I ran out and had no other options. Okay, buddy. Okay. Cerberus says, I love Mora. What's wrong with Mora? No, no, that's not a fair question to ask. It's not what's wrong with Mora. What's right with Mora?
What's not wrong with Mora?
What's right with Mora? I'm not saying there's anything bad about Mora. I'm just saying, name me something right.
Isn't it remarkably boring?
Look, they have a Hardee's.
I think the only reason I ever went there was for a band competition, and that is not something to be proud of.
No, it's not. Marquise with $5 says, what's up, Wang Chung Imholt? See, now that strikes me as a little bit racist, you black bisexual.
Hey.
What?
He's only
half stereotypically intimidating. That's the problem. Only
I think
half.
he's lovely.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Crumbum says this show sucks. I agree. Let's get on with it.
We are awful.
The hell is going on? So are you opening Holarities anytime soon?
I might. You know what? I'm going to write down the name Holarities.
Holarities.
Whole.
Because that's the joke. I know it's subtle.
Arities.
It's very subtle. So, and you're a woman, so.
And then I'm going to write a little note behind it. Courtesy of
a Jew Irishman.
Mersh.
Oh, sorry. $5 from Jared. Thank you very much, buddy. Even $200 away from overtime. All right.
Thank you.
I'm leaving you guys for a little bit because I got to show you the Black Monopoly guy. This guy was all over Twitter today. If you've ever wondered, like, hey, is Fox News, I know they're conservative, but are they a tiny bit like overtly racist? Like, are they even hiding the racism? I think in Washington, D.C. is where this was. This is the Washington Examiner reporting it. In Washington, D.C., they had a city council meeting. You have those. And they were talking about crime. And they wanted the citizens' ideas on how to stop crime in Washington, D.C. because like every other shithole in this country, it's being overrun.
It's awful.
So they wanted citizens' input. Let me say this. If you're at the point where the city, who's supposed to be the people running the show and managing crime and all that shit, goes to the citizens and goes, what do you guys think? Spitball? Any ideas? What do you think we should do? Crime. Whoa, way out of control. You guys want to give us a few pointers? That's what we pay our taxes for. You're supposed to come up with these ideas.
That is something kind of fucked up, huh?
Yeah. Well, not only that, when you open the floor to everybody in the audience, the Black Monopoly guy is going to show up eventually, and he's going to tell you what he thinks.
I feel left out. I didn't see him when I was there.
Well, Black Monopoly guy is very busy. He's got all these great ideas. And his idea that he came up with here is particularly special. It has to do with reparations. April, why do... Now, he made this about black people, not me. He said
Obviously,
reparations.
Sure.
Unless he's like throwing in like Irish indentured servants in there, which I don't believe he is. Why would a black person rob, say, Washington, D.C., why would they rob, say, a liquor store, April?
They don't have enough money?
Exactly. They're hungry for bread. So they rob the liquor store because they just don't have the essentials that they need to live a full life.
Oh.
Think of what's at a liquor store. Limes.
Oranges sometimes.
Oranges.
Pop.
Lemons. Soda. Water. All of these things that are essential to the building blocks of life. If you don't eat fruit once in a while, you'll get scurvy.
Oh, they got jars of like olives and shit. Onions.
Exactly. Sustenance at a liquor store. So they steal from there. Now, if you had money to buy these things from the liquor store, you wouldn't have to steal from it.
I agree.
So, April, what is the solution to stopping crime in Washington, D.C.?
You get free money, and you get free money, and you get free money.
And you wouldn't think to hear that from the black monopoly guy.
What? No.
Yeah,
They're pretty stingy with their bank.
I thought he was going to come up in this whole thing, and he was going to say, I have an idea. We all come in second place in a beauty contest. $10 from the house.
Oh, I thought, oh, shit.
Our bank loan matures.
The bank loan matures.
Yeah.
Somebody landed on your property for rent.
Perhaps from sale of stock, we should all get $45. Perfect.
It's your birthday. Everyone's got to pay you $10.
Or go right around to go. Everybody gets a couple $100. The liquor stores are safe. All right.
Works.
I can spitball ideas all day long. Let's let the black monopoly guy fix Washington, D.C. And then you guys can decide if this is a politician problem or if the politicians are just perhaps a symptom of incredibly shitty, stupid voters. Here we go.
Capital, money, reparations. That will stimulate this economy for the 2.6 million blacks in California.
I'm sorry. It's California, not Washington.
Oh, goodness.
2.6 million blacks in California. That's
a lot.
It's a big number. It's a big number.
Do you have a problem with that number?
No, not at all. I just didn't know. You know, here in Minnesota, it's somewhere around 600,000. And a lot of it concentrated in one part,
Right here.
I'm just saying, if you go to Perham.
Not a whole lot. Litchfield.
You go to
maybe two of them.
Right, and if you go up to, say, Crosby and Ironton, not a lot of black people in Dillon country. Put it that way.
How about Detroit Lakes?
Yeah, Detroit Lake's the opposite of Detroit, ironically.
Oh.
One
is clearly better than the other.
Let me put it this way. The closer you get to the Hockey Hall of Fame, the further away you get from diversity. That's all.
I don't know what it is.
Not a lot of black people in Eveleth.
They tend to congregate.
So we're in. So if Dipshit here, your host, would have read this properly, he just would have read Sacramento, California in the upper left-hand corner, of course.
Oh.
But Black Monopoly guy he's right on now. He's got it. He's zeroed in on the solution.
Yep.
Got people robbing people, shooting people, stealing jewelry, things like that. Just give them free money. They'll stop robbing.
They'll be happy.
Because you know what I know about robbers? Once they put a gun in your face and take all of your money that they put the gun in your face for, that's the last time they ever rob. They stop and it's over.
And I'm sure once they know that there's free money in everyone's pockets, they'll be less likely to go rob the money from you.
Exactly, because they'll be so happy for all of the people who now have money. There's just going to be flash mobs lined up outside check cashing joints. It's just going to be brutal. So,
buckle up.
Black Monopoly guy wants to tell us about how reparations are going to fix crime. Because, if you give a bunch of people, criminals tend to not have a lot of education. They tend to be relatively illiterate compared to the rest of the populace.
Make poor decisions.
Giving people who have zero financial literacy a fuckload of money up front. I mean, shit, it's always worked for boxers and NFL players.
Really?
That's all. Look.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
Whoa.
It should be fine. I got an email. I got a text today from someone I really respect, and they said, your show is great. Maybe dial back the race stuff a little bit. I'm working on it.
You actually got that message today? Come on.
I'm working on it.
Who was it?
Oh, nobody that anyone in the audience would know.
Well, I want to know. Sure. Oh, I don't understand why that person would be against racism.
Oh, here we go.
Only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores.
Police brutality. Oh, sorry.
Billy clubs.
Sorry, I apologize. Hold on, let me try again.
Stop our children from busting into these liquor stores. There's
more canine units.
Ooh, I have one.
Sorry, okay.
There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores.
Derek Chauvin.
Oh, my God.
What?
Woo!
He is big on stopping crime.
That was,
I will say.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. All right.
There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores.
Dad coming home.
Oh, no.
What? I'm trying to cut back. Jesus.
I'll try.
You have one?
Try.
You have it now, April. We're looking for real solutions here
I know.
to actual problems that plague this country.
Yes.
Are you ready?
In California. There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores.
Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Right, because otherwise they get arrested, they go to prison, and then they follow Allah.
They go right.
So it's kind of a.
Or you'll just go to hell.
It's
One of those.
It's an end.
None of them are really good.
It's an end around. I don't know if I used this one or not. Let me try again.
Okay.
There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores.
Canine units.
If they're pit bulls, I don't know about that.
Well, no, then it
Seems like friendly fire.
All right, let's let him give his answer. Or do you want to go to the chat first and see what
I
they've
kinda
been
wanna
saying?
go to the
Do you
chat.
kind of want to go to them? All right, guys, we're going to go to you. Sorry that this is what we... Oh, my God. It's been going insane. Whoopsie daisy. I got to throw a thank you out there real quick.
Me sorry.
K-Fallen the Great with $5 says, shit, I just pulled the card that says go East Palestine Railroad. If you pass go, do not collect 200. If the property is already owned, you get cancer. Oh, whoopsie daisy. All right, I'll go to you guys. See what you've got on this one. Marquise says, this racism is killing me inside. Oh, boy. 190.
He loves it, though.
Thank you, Marquise.
Thank you, Marquise.
All right. Birth control, they're saying. Just a Dabbler says education.
Okay.
Someone says April hits a grand slam. Good night, all.
I saw April did a mic drop.
Larry Schultz, close the liquor stores.
Just close it, really? They'll break it.
Pro Guns, all you can eat. I can't read that. I'm trying to cut
Oh,
back.
like a stand right outside the liquor store. They'll never get in.
Mike Durham says, no, you dummies, water cannons. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Dick Sneezies, there's only one thing that's going to stop this. Abortion. They tried that. Figurative Holocaust going on. Oh, man. Maybe the Black Israelites can stop this whole thing. They're into morals and shit. The Happy Plague Doctor with $2 says, this is the man who carved Shaka. It could be.
Maybe.
It could
Shaka
be.
was certainly carved after, like in that guy's image, right?
I can't read most of these. It may have been a mistake to go to the chat.
Why?
I
don't understand.
I feel like whatever tiptoeing we were doing on this has been obliterated.
Ooh, I have another one.
Go for it.
Baby mamas asking for child support.
God damn it. Okay, you know what? Moving on.
There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores.
Free screenings of Creed 3.
Oh, no.
Doesn't even make any sense.
I thought that would make him go in there.
California. There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores. There's only one thing that would stop our kids from busting into these jewelry stores, stealing watches and jewelry, and that's reparations.
That's right. Hand all these felons and killers and robbers free money, or they're going to keep robbing and assaulting you. That doesn't sound like a hostage type situation at all.
Just how he said it, though.
I know.
Just reparations.
Yeah. It was so funny to watch his setup. Watch his setup, and he's like, somebody says that's the funniest answer. Yeah, he's kind of outdone all of us. Oh. Dan Snot says rooftop Koreans.
Okay, fuck you.
Frozen, is that you?
That hurt.
I'm sorry. Uh-oh, you know what? I got to take this call.
Oh.
I got to.
To accept, press 1.
Hello?
You know, something.
Yeah.
This racism, this, you know, something. Maybe Black Monopoly guy is right. Maybe y'all white motherfuckers should be paying us poor us poor black folks for all of this pain and torture and misery that y'all are causing us. I demand every white person in this chat to donate $1 to me right now.
For your pain and suffering.
I'm really sorry.
For my pain and suffering.
I'm really sorry.
He's mostly sorry.
You know what? It was out of line. It's you're right. It was a horrible thing, and it should not have been expressed on this program.
I don't feel good about it.
Just thank God. Thank God we kept him out of Park Place and Boardwalk. Am I right? Rob those liquor stores on Mediterranean Avenue.
Oh
my fucking Christ.
All right, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you can have the. Oh, you can't. We can't even say. I was gonna say you could have those 2 brown properties because they're.
Oh, see now that.
But then I can't say that either.
Yeah.
What's the other one called?
Baltic and Mediterranean.
Baltic, that's it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Whoops.
Well, that guy had an interesting idea. Give out reparations, and then you won't see any liquor store robberies.
Look, maybe these people are onto something. Everyone always seems to come to the conclusion that if you hand out the free money to the homeless and to the, the robbers and everything, then it goes away.
But there's a weird racism to that. And that racism that Black Monopoly guy has is, well, first of all the robbers are black. So if you give the black robbers reparations, they'll stop robbing because they're just robbing until they get reparations. All the other people who rob, it's because they're giant pieces of shit and they're criminals and they prey on the weak. But the black ones, they're just waiting for the reparations.
That did just register with me, too. He absolutely meant to say that all the robbers in his eyes are black people because they all need reparations.
I mean, I
didn't even, that didn't fully compute the first time.
Yeah, I don't know if
that's sick.
I'm not saying that I question this man's thesis. I'm just saying that I'm not trying to poke holes, but.
Where are you getting your information?
Pro Guns with $5 says reparations. So now they have my money and my bike. I don't see an upside at all. This is not kind. None of this is kind. 185 away from overtime today. Aaron's period pill says, what's going on here? Am I still alive? Look at everybody coming back to Steel Toe.
Wow.
We had a Chop sighting tonight. We have Aaron's period pill sighting. Scott Richard Staska's here. This is remarkable.
People are being risen from the dead.
It's like a family reunion.
Is Kevin Smith going to stop by too? Maybe
Kevin Smith
catastrophe arson.
Sure, absolutely.
Bring them all back.
Absolutely. Let's move on to the oh shit! It's the JJ Reddick thing. Fuck! This is about race too. I just
what
thought
is with you tonight?
I don't know. The next one is
You're
about
red.
okay. The one after that is about trans people. The next one's about a really muscly bitch with an OnlyFans.
Ooh,
the next
is
one's
that me?
It kind of looks like it could be a relative.
Somebody actually messaged me asking for my OnlyFans today.
Asking if you had an OnlyFans.
It was like an innocent question too. They're like, "Hey, do you have an OnlyFans?"
I know it wasn't even shitting on you.
No, it was just an honest question.
Yeah, it was just, "Hey, do you have an OnlyFans?" Just I guess. Look, you can't. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
I don't think he was being mean either. So I just said no, I don't.
Yeah.
LOL.
We have a situation on ESPN where, and ESPN has been criticized a lot lately for being very politically active, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really stand up against a lot of the political activism unless it's like Jameel Hill and she's like openly calling white people slave owners and shit. And they're like, look, we got to tone this bitch down. We got to get rid of her. She's losing her fucking mind on television. Like they'll let you do some dog whistles and shit, but you can't
real quick.
Yeah, you can't overtly get into it. Well, I guess JJ Reddick, who's he's a white guy. I remember JJ Reddick from his days at Duke. He was a very good basketball player. He's an analyst now for ESPN. White kid, and they were talking about the MVP race. And Kendrick Perkins, another big basketball talking head on ESPN. Said that, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, and now that guy in Denver, Jokic, that those guys, they only win NBA MVPs because the sports writers and stuff, a lot of them are white, and they want to see a white guy win it. Now, I can't think of anything more disrespectful to Hall of Famers like Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki. Both of those guys had multiple seasons where they were the best player in the NBA, especially Dirk. So for you to kind of like boil it down to race, it's real funny to watch people point the finger and yell racism. You know, it's a weird projection because a lot of the times there's the first person who's going to bring up race into a conversation. Now, do I think that sports writers are voting for white guys to be MVP because they want to see a white guy be MVP in the NBA? I got to be honest with you. Call me naive. I think that day is pretty much dead.
I do too.
I think sports writers like to suck the dick of really famous athletes.
Yes.
Is what they like to do.
Yes, they want to have a chance to talk to these people.
But look, we'll play the 2 clips. We'll see who you agree with and, whose side you kind of fall on. So Kendrick Perkins tweeted about it. People shit on him for it. He deleted the tweet, but then he made a video kind of doubling down on the whole thing. And then we'll get JJ Reddick's response, which happened live on Stephen A. Smith's show, I believe today. Let's take a look. This is Kendrick Perkins.
JJ, I need to know, is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike? I need to know when it comes down to the criteria moving the goalposts for the MVPs, because I understand you in the analytics. I understand you're a historian of the game of basketball, but I went and did a little research myself. And since 1990, there's only been 3 MVPs that wasn't top 10 in scoring that won that award. Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay, let me explain that one. That wasn't in the top 10 in scoring. He was probably in the top 15 in scoring and rebounding. He could do both, and Dirk Nowitzki could pass too. So it was probably an accumulation of all those statistics. But sure. Okay, Dirk Nowitzki.
Steve Nash and Jokic. Now, what do they have in common?
Jokic damn near averages a triple-double every fucking night. That's what Jokic does. I don't know much, because, again, I'm a Timberwolves fan, and they haven't been good in forever, so I don't really follow that much.
Yep.
But when I'm at the gym and I'm getting changed in the locker room, they've got ESPN on. They're always talking basketball. And the one name aside from Giannis, I hear Jokic.
Okay.
It's all I hear. And it is numbers every time I watch. 23 points. 11 rebounds, 9 assists. And I'm like, this motherfucker
he's doing it all.
Is lighting the place up every single night, doing it single-handedly. And again, you're going to be the one who's going to play the race card here, but you're the only one talking about race. The sports writers are racist in their voting. I want to look at the year Dirk Nowitzki won MVP, and I want to look at his numbers that year. Because I bet you he averaged damn near 30 points, damn near 12 rebounds, and probably 5 or 6 assists.
I'll let it sit there and marinate. I'm just trying to see, you know what I'm saying, when I'm walking into the club, do I need my J's on, or is it a dress code? Do I need to put another pair, of church shoes or some red bottoms, or I need to know?
Wow, so again, he's doing the race thing. Should I be a good, well-dressed black man, or can I wear street clothes in, Jade? Like, he's really pumping, the race, he's priming the race pump here.
Pretty aggressive, actually.
Is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike?
First of all, one Mike is way better than Uchiwali. Everybody knows that. Jesus Christ.
What's the criteria when moving the goalposts for certain players to win the MVP? I need to know. Because it seems like the goalposts move every single time when we want to push it out there, this particular player that we want to win the MVP. Because
I don't like this. Here's the cowardice of what Kendrick Perkins is doing, and I hate it. Say white.
Yep.
Say it. Come on, if you're going to say it, then have the balls to say it. I don't like it when people feign ballsiness but won't go all the way.
Right, don't tiptoe around it.
You know who would go all the way? Charles Barkley.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, he's not built that way, and I don't think he feels that way.
But he speaks his mind when he wants to.
Yeah, but if he did, he'd go, the press just wants a white boy to win it. He would just say that, Because he came up in a time in the NBA where people just spoke plainly. They said, white boy, shit like that. The way, Larry Bird would talk shit to... Magic Johnson. Larry Bird would talk shit to, just about everybody. He was a very mean person. But he would go after everyone. Charles would go right back. I mean, it was just, that's the way they did it. I don't like this cloak and dagger shit like, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Jokic, interesting. What do they all have? Don't make us say the thing that you want to say. You want to make the accusation, then make the accusation. But don't act like you're being hard or you're saying something controversial when you don't even have the fucking balls to say it plainly.
Exactly.
To quote that murderer who represented himself in court, tell it like it is. If you gon' tell it.
I miss him.
I can't remember what his name was.
Oh, I can't either, but he had that funky hair.
Was he Darrell Brooks III, or was that the guy who ran over the people?
Darrell Brooks.
I can't remember.
Isn't that the guy?
No, different guy.
Oh, really?
The guy with the crazy hair, with the spiky hair?
I know what he looks like.
Tell it like it is. If you gon' tell it.
Oh, that guy's the one who like killed his girlfriend
his
in front of a
girlfriend
kid or
in
something.
front of a kid, yeah. Victor, if you have that drop, please email it to me. I would love to have it.
Oh, no. In 2006, when Kobe was averaging 31, when the Lakers were the 7th seed, and the roster that he had compared to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash won his second consecutive MVP in 2006, was he really supposed to win that?
I'm going to guess that his team was probably the 1 or 2 seed, and he was the reason. Why should a guy on the 7th seeded team win the MVP award? Your team didn't win anything. You snuck into the playoffs. That deserves an MVP. And Kobe was probably hucking up 50 shots a night.
Yeah.
So please, I'm sorry. Steve Nash, meanwhile, was dishing out 15 assists, 25 points, putting up monster numbers. And whether he was playing for Dallas or Phoenix at that time, his team was probably a top 3 seed contender.
Is this guy the only one complaining about this?
He brought this whole thing up, and then JJ Reddick decided to we're going to watch that clip next.
Okay.
Was he really supposed to outdo Kobe that year? Yes. I'm just trying to figure it out, bro. I'm trying to get an understanding. What's the criteria and why the goalposts move for certain players?
Just say white.
Is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike?
That's the 3rd time you've used that comparison.
Like that.
It sucked every time. And I'm a Nas fan. It fucking stinks. That is him trying to force a controversy. Not only that, it's Kendrick Perkins also trying to inject a controversy that he knows that ESPN will embrace.
Yep.
Like it's a controversial thing to say, but it's a controversial thing in the right direction because ESPN won't punish you for it.
Well, anything race related, especially if you're a, respected black man and bring it up, like it's going to get adopted into conversation right away, I think.
Dick Sneezy says, it's fucking Street Dreams, asshole. Yeah, exactly. It's Family featuring Mobb Deep. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, man. That whole thing. Let's look here. What year did Dirk win MVP? 2007. NBA history MVP. Nash won it in 05 and 06.
Okay.
And Dirk won it in 07. So let's take a look. 05. Steve Nash, point guard, Phoenix Suns. They were probably one of the top teams in the league that year. 15 points a game, 11.5 assists per game, and he was the glue that held that Phoenix team together. The next year, 18.8 per game, 4.2 rebounds, 10.5 assists. He averaged a double-double every game. He was a point guard who was scoring. Dirk Nowitzki, 25 points a game, 8.9 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and a block shot. Those are great numbers. And that's in 2007. That's not when people were scoring 30, 35 points a game like they are now. So, yeah, and they were all on teams that were contenders, teams that were the top 3 seed at the time. I don't know what the fuck this guy is talking about. So, JJ Reddick, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say JJ Reddick snapped a little bit on ESPN because he kind of had enough of it. And ESPN personalities have been getting away with this for a long time. A lot of race baiting, a lot of saying shit without saying it. Here's JJ Reddick's response.
It is an honor to be on this desk every day. It really is. But what we've just witnessed is the problem with this show, where we create narratives that do not exist in reality.
Ooh.
The implication, what you are implying, that the white voters that vote on NBA are racist, that they favor white people. You just said that. Yes, you did.
I like that. I like that that Kendrick Perkins did this thing where he gets to go, what? I didn't say it. And JJ Reddick just cut through the bullshit and he goes, no, you said it. Stop it.
He's
I like
saying that in front of 2 black men too. I like.
Well,
I don't know what Steven here is about to say, but
in fairness, Stephen A. Smith always owns his shit. Like if Stephen A. Smith has an opinion that is like more, leans one way racially or the other, he'll just say it. I wouldn't mind if Kendrick Perkins was going, look, I think the voters are fucking racist and they have a chance to vote for a white guy. They're going to vote for a white guy.
That'd be speaking honestly.
That would be honest. My problem with Kendrick Perkins, he's going, huh?
Staring up at the ceiling like, oh, God, what is he saying?
Uchiwali or one mic. Uchiwali or one mic. And like our audience member said, it's street dreams.
Being dramatic.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That is exactly what you implied, Kendrick.
Yes, you did, Kendrick. Yes, you did. That's exactly what you did. And Mr. Reddick don't like getting fucked by nobody except for Mrs. Reddick.
That is exactly what you implied. Secondly, hold on.
I did not call. I stated the facts. And you're not about to sit up.
We all know what you implied the other day. We all know what you implied just now. Hold on.
I stated one at a time. It's the fact. One at a time. It's the fact. It's the fact.
God.
No, it's
you
not.
You always tell, like, the more... He's being so defensive for, like, no good reason. Like, you did do that.
You did. You absolutely implied it. And to say that you didn't is insulting the intelligence of everyone who heard what you said. And this is what happens when you don't have the balls to own what you said. You end up getting called out by a 6'1" point guard.
And he's going to sit there and start fuming and getting more and more agitated for not owning up to it.
Yeah. Here's his, I don't know if this is a response or this is what he said first.
Why didn't he never bring up this in particular subject? When it comes down...
Why didn't he never? Why didn't
so
he
I
never?
wasn't the only one that heard that.
Why didn't he never bring it up, Mr. Professional Broadcaster?
So guys winning MVP since 1990, it's only 3 guys that won the MVP that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Do you know who those 3 guys were?
Who were they?
Steve Nash, Jokic, and Dirk Nowitzki. No. What do those guys have in common? I'll let it sit there and marinate. You think about it.
See? And then JJ Reddick called him out and said, we know what you implied. And then he goes, what? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You said it all.
You cannot run from that. You absolutely said what he said you said. What he said you said that you said when you said the thing that you said.
And I'm glad that guy said something. What's his name? Reddick?
JJ Reddick.
Something like that. I'm glad he said something because it is true. Like, people bring up race out of nowhere and inject it into topics it doesn't belong in.
Yeah.
And now everyone's just worked up about it. That shit doesn't help anything.
Look, man, I mean, if you're going to argue, first of all, every year they pick an MVP, you could pick 3 other guys at least who deserve it.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of really good players out there. But you could, if you don't want to pick Jokic, you could pick Giannis. You could pick somebody else. You know, every year you could pick you could pick 4 or 5 different guys. Every guy who's won the MVP, regardless of race, since forever, you could make an argument for. Likewise, you can make an argument that somebody else should have won it.
Yeah, I feel like you can do that pretty much everywhere.
Oh man, so it was nice. It was nice to see ESPN one time have the role reversal where the guy who's implying racism actually gets called out instead of like patted on the back and wow, great job. Wow, that is so brave. That's amazing. So I don't know. I say good for JJ.
Yeah,
Reddick.
I do hate coddling that type of a conversation and going along with it just because you're afraid because it is a racial topic and stuff, because those type of talks do not help anyone. Like, it just makes people angry.
Dan Snott pointing out, none of those 3 guys he listed were even American either.
Yeah.
Dirk is from Germany. Steve Nash is from Canada. And Jokic is from one of those countries that ends in itch. Serbia. Something like that. He's from the tennis players' country.
That's Serbia.
Djokovic. Novak Djokovic. There you go. It's all Serbian. Fuck. Serbia is not a big country, and they crank out some serious athletes.
They got some real good ones over there.
Yeah. And they haven't been around for that long either. They were Yugoslavia before that, but Serbia cranking out all kinds of world-class athletes. So there you go. ESPN with a little bit of a heated moment. And first of all, I love heated moments no matter which way they go.
You're not involved in it. It's fun.
I like shit like that, but it's very rare on ESPN that you get that kind of honesty.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice.
I do agree with that.
I don't think that argument would have happened if Kendrick Perkins would have just said, yeah, I think when there's a really good white player, I think he gets preferential treatment. if he just would have come out and said it. Then they could have argued about that, whether or not it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But Reddick had to call him out just on, dude, you're being fucking cute with the way you're talking right now, and we all know what you're trying to say.
People don't like dishonesty in conversations, I think.
Well, anyway, we got to get to more stuff tonight. We got a ton of things to talk about. We're almost halfway through. 185 away from reaching overtime tonight. Thank you guys very much. There's the Streamlabs and PayPal if you'd like to contribute. Also, fire off a subscribe. Hit the like button. Get us up to 200 tonight. That would be awesome. We appreciate your guys' support. This was a really funny story I saw today. Christina Buttons is a journalist, an investigative journalist.
Okay.
She's been working for the Daily Wire until today. She quit.
Oh.
Christina Buttons will no longer be at the Daily Wire, so somebody is going to miss out on that delicious Jeremy's chocolate.
Oh, come on.
She's going to lose. She's going to lose all of her access to Jeremy's chocolate.
What happened?
The only thing chocolate colored that the Daily Wire likes.
Hey.
So Christina Buttons was an investigative journalist for the Daily Wire. She had to quit, April, you see, because she found out something about the Daily Wire that, I guess until now has never really been shared publicly. She's an investigative journalist. She digs, she discovers shit. Phage Lives, thank you very much for renewing your renewing your membership. Dr. Climate Abortion says, but what if I don't actually like the show? Well, then in that case, you have a real conundrum on your hands. You either give us a little more time and you maybe hit like later, or you go, I really fucking hate this show, and you go find something better. I will leave it up to you, but I really hope you stick around because we're working really hard for you. She found out something, this investigative journalist, Christina Buttons, and she had an attack of conscience over it when she discovered this terrible secret that the Daily Wire had, and she had to publicly call them out and leave the company.
I'm nervous to guess.
Did you know that the Daily Wire does not report fondly on trans people?
Oh, boy. How long has she worked there?
They've literally grifted like 3 different like razor and chocolate products based on this whole thesis that they're not too crazy about the trans community.
God, that's not new at all.
One of their biggest stars, their biggest rising stars there, just basically did a movie titled Trans People Are Icky.
Icky.
Matt Walsh did that What's It Like to Be a Woman or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He did some documentary where he basically just yells at trans people for 2 hours. And it took this woman a year after that to realize, hey, I'm starting to think the place I work for here, not really too big on the trans community.
A little transphobic.
What is a woman? Thank you, Stevie J. That's what it's called.
Okay.
I thought the working title was, I think trans people are icky. I thought that's what he was.
It's more fun.
That's kind of the message he was trying to
portray.
Put home, I think. But yeah. Oh, by the way, Dirty Death. I just caught that. Yeah, we can talk about the Walgreens thing. Maybe in overtime today if we have time. But thank you, Gina Bobina, as well. She decided that she had to leave because of the thing with the trans people. Here's what I think happened. I think Christina Buttons has a lot of friends who are also in journalism. But those friends are in like mainstream media or they're working for left-wing sites. And they all said, hey, look, there aren't many conservative outlets out there for you to be an investigative journalist for. If you leave the Daily Wire, there's not going to be a lot of platforms that we're on that are going to be too friendly with hiring you. So if you end up leaving that place, you better let it be known that, a lot of that stuff you didn't find kosher, no pun intended.
Oh, whatever.
And I think what she's doing is she's getting the fuck out before she gets Daily Wire stink on her.
She is.
And can't work anywhere else.
Oh, no.
Which, again, like the Kendrick Perkins thing, I find to be cowardly. The job was good enough as a stepping stone. You would carry the Daily Wire water. This is like the Mark Harley thing to me. You were carrying all the water. You were sucking all the dick. You were putting out all the propaganda when the paychecks were coming. But as soon as it might come back on you, as soon as you see that there might be a few holes in the ship, you decide to abandon, jump over the side, and then light the ship on fire on your way out.
Sure. But if you do look at it her way, if she's ever looking to get another job ever, sorry, all that shit is.
I think Upset Duck is okay. I think he was just trying to tell us.
No, he is fine.
Yeah, we don't care, Upset Duck, but balls deep, he's okay. I still give you the authority to do what you want to do, buddy. Go ahead.
Shit. I don't remember.
The woman on Daily Wire, why she's leaving for the trans
well,
stuff.
I guess if she ever wants to leave the Daily Wire for some more mainstream, company, they're not going to look fondly on that. That is a good point.
Companies like that see
like
Daily
they are
Wire.
trans friendly.
They see Daily Wire on your resume and they go, get the fuck out of here. But I'm sorry. I just find that to be a really unbelievable song and dance that she's playing, where she goes, whoa, you know what I discovered today when I walked into work for the Daily Wire for the 947th time? Guys, you're never going to believe this. I don't think they care too much for the trans community.
More so, I don't think they like them.
Knock me over with a feather. I saw
feather boa.
Matt Walsh pissing on a pride flag today. I couldn't believe it.
What?
Couldn't believe it.
I saw somebody wiping his ass with it.
I was told, this is what she said. This was her post on why she's leaving the Daily Wire. Because, nobody can just leave a job anymore.
You have to burn it down behind you.
You've just got to let people know how great you are and what a sacrifice play you're making. I was told that the Daily Wire's stance was that adults could live their lives however they pleased, so long as they kept kids out of it. Okay, so one of two things. Either you're stupid and you believe that, or two, you didn't watch your own platform.
Ultra naive.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There was no clash between safeguarding children and tolerance for alternative adult lifestyles, even ones that some might regard as unhealthy. Lady, your boss is famous for saying facts don't care about your feelings and calling trans women men all the time. That's what your boss... Your boss became famous because a trans woman just about choked him out on national television for not using the right pronouns.
I don't think she's been paying attention.
The guy whose name is on the front of your fucking check got famous for purposely misgendering people. And now you're going to have the rest of us believe that you had no idea until now.
Kept her head down. Working hard.
The one guy made a movie called I Think Trans People Smell Different.
Gosh, she didn't see it.
What do you
mean?
My God. See, I hope nobody hires her now. I hope like HuffPo sees this. And HuffPo goes, look, we would have hired you if you would have just left the Daily Wire, because we could say that we poached one, we stole one away from the Daily Wire. Now we're not going to hire you because we know you're completely full of shit and have no ethics.
That's the thing about the Mark Harleys of the world is now you look like a liability, and like if you
a
ever
big
have
gay liability.
Oh. Sorry. Or if you ever have like the slightest problem with your workplace, you're going to just burn it down and out everybody and rat on everybody. Like nobody wants that.
It was a message I could get behind. But recent videos and posts have weakened my confidence in their commitment to this message. To which the Daily Wire said, oh, no, don't go. We'll change. Would you like a chocolate bar? That'll be $15. While Buttons praised Matt Walsh for his documentary, What is a Woman? No, wait a minute.
You can't do that.
Which one is it? Is it you think they're mean to people with alternative lifestyles, or do you think Matt Walsh is Edward R. Murrow? Which one? Personally, I don't think either of those things.
I don't think about him at all.
She proceeded to raise criticisms against the conservative commentator, saying he was more interested in attacking his opponents and fueling animosity towards trans people than trying to win a socio-political debate. What? Are you telling me that the company that responds to companies by making razors and chocolate bars to, quote, own the libs, and people who sell tumblers titled liberal tears are only interested in embarrassing their enemies? Get the fuck out of Dodge. I don't believe you.
Wow, it's almost like she knew all of this already and she's just trying to burn the place down.
I feel like
dishonest.
I feel like that line from Super Troopers, you know, where he goes cross-eyed and he goes, do we look like the two dumbest guys on the face of the earth to you? Is this why you choose to treat us with such disrespect? I feel like I'm being treated like I'm an asshole.
She knows everything.
See, I know.
She knows it all, and she just doesn't. You're right. Some friend got in her ear, and she doesn't want to be known for the shit, so she's making it known she doesn't want to be known for that and doesn't agree with it. Oh. Now it's time to go.
Old Chrissy Buttons. Your boss sells liberal tears mugs, and you're surprised that the company you work for
She's not.
humiliates your enemies.
She's not surprised, I'm telling you.
Remarkable.
She knows it all.
She continued. She also referred to the controversy Michael Knowles generated at CPAC with his speech declaring, quote, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely.
Woo!
Okay,
Spicy.
that's a little spicy. Transgenderism needs to be... See, now, you got to be careful with the way you say shit. I know some people who agree with, like, his side of things. They go like, yeah, fuck yeah, he's going to tell it like it is. But you got to be careful because all you're doing is handing the people who disagree with you a license to spin it and send it to people who never heard you before and say, this guy thinks trans people should be eradicated.
Yeah, right. All they have to do is clip all context out of it.
Exactly.
It's over.
Triple N says, this bitch is all over the place. She really is.
I'm telling you she's not, and she has a clear picture of what has been and what is, and she's just spinning it a certain way to get out the door.
To get out the door.
Right.
Yeah. This is not a game, and we cannot afford to make these issues overtly partisan. The bodies, minds, and lives of children are being permanently damaged, and everyone, not just reporters and journalists, has a duty to approach this issue with the seriousness it demands. You worked for the Liberal Tears Company. You worked for the Jeremy's Chocolate where he dressed up like a Gucci pimp next to a rented sports car.
She has both at home.
You have the chocolate, the razors, and the Liberal Tears mug.
She goes to bed at night crying, wondering what she's done wrong eating the chocolate.
You have unironically thought Andrew Klavan was kind of funny, which is a crime. Sorry, I don't have any beef with Andrew Klavan, but Jesus Christ, that is one dry motherfucker.
It's very specific.
In light of these concerns, I can no longer in good faith maintain my employment with the Daily Wire. There are many wonderful journalists at this organization. Oh, my God. Hold the phone. I have a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Christina Buttons. What's the date today? March 7th.
Are you going to throw Crowder in this conversation?
God damn it. Would you have waited? I wanted to set it up. Crowder poached this bitch to get back at the Daily Wire. Then again, like, that's what I want to see. I want to see where she goes to work because she's got all this thing about how the mean to trans people. I guess she could go work for Crowder because he likes dressing like a woman.
I was going to say, why doesn't she work for Crowder?
That's actually how she ended her post. I didn't read far enough. She said, and that's why I'm leaving to pursue other opportunities. Ba-da-da-da-dum.
In the great state of Texas.
In the great state of, in God's country. In light of these concerns, I can no longer in good faith maintain my employment with the Daily Wire. There are many wonderful journalists at this organization who continue to do stellar work, and I hold no animosity toward any of them. Whew.
Thank God.
But when my employer can no longer make good on the promise I was given at the start of my employment, my only course is to resign.
Well, now
I can no longer work with these Jews anymore. Whoa! I mean, come on. That was uncalled for. I don't think that was very... She didn't say that. I'm sorry.
That was Aaron.
That was my own...
Injecting his own
I
feelings.
was injecting my... No, I was a little levity into a tense situation. That's all it was. Grizzlax22 with $10 says, of course, Monopoly guy is from Sacramento. Moved out of there at the right time, apparently. Oh, what are you trying to say?
I think I'm mailing something to Sacramento tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I am such an idiot. Like the autistic shit that I hang on to that just, you know how you store things in the back of your head?
Yeah.
And they just come up at the weirdest times. I hear the city Sacramento and I think of a Conan bit that he did, which was Arnold Schwarzenegger when he became governor of California. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to say Sacramento. And one of them was Sack of Mentos. The other one was Shaq and Leno. Okay. There was a bunch, but I don't know why. It's not the funniest bit I've ever heard in my life, but it's all I can think of.
Okay.
When I think of Sacramento. Sack of Mentos. Shaq and Leno. I don't know. Fucking stupid. Has nothing to do with today's show. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Kyle says, April looks at Aaron the way I look at a cheeseburger after a night of drinking. Aww. Thank you.
That's gay.
That's remarkably gay.
It's gross.
What are you, trying to get out of working at the Daily Wire, you mo?
Oh, are you not turning your back to me on this show?
I'm going to
This morning, the whole time, somebody was calling him out He was doing one of these to me the whole show.
It's over. It's definitely
that
over.
That stuck with me all day. Like, why is he turning his back to me?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Doesn't like me anymore, guys.
Nope. It's
gotta be waiting in the DMs.
You guys figured it out.
Do not do that.
Captain January with $2 says, has MSO gotten the talk about the concept of overtime on credit, or is it just funnier if he thinks it's a nail biter when you're $30 away with a half hour in regulations? Guys, don't make me give away the MSO bit. I thought it was fun. I thought everyone kind of understood what MSO was doing.
I know you had to explain it to Corey last week too.
No.
I'm like, no, he's doing a thing.
Of course. $180 away from overtime tonight. Thank you guys very much. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal if you feel like contributing. Otherwise, the Super Chats and the memberships work as well. Thank you very much. Stevie J says Aaron was testing to see if you'd put a knife in his back. You passed the test.
Your back is still unharmed.
Perfect.
Even that big mole.
112 likes. Wow. Holy shit, guys. Thank you. We want to get to 200 by the end of the show, and it looks like we're on the way.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. We've got a woman, guys, and
Finally.
I want you all to judge her by appearance.
I'm ready. Yes, a nice sip of beer. She'll start this off.
That'll be fun. I've got a woman here. She's got boobs. She's got muscles. And you guys get to judge her solely based on her physicality, because that's what this next piece is about. I was dumped by my husband. Not me. This is a woman. I was dumped by my husband. Now men worship my muscles on OnlyFans. So this lady, I want to see if I can find the before pictures before I give you guys the after.
Just Google her name.
This woman was a mother, a wife. She had kind of a chunky physique.
Girl next door look.
Yeah. Well, her husband left her. And, you know, a dream of every woman who gets left, especially left with kids and stuff like that, is that they get super hot and that, you know, they become this totally fuckable thing and the husband's some disgusting shithead and, you know.
His life falls apart.
Yeah, no matter what kind of, whether it's a breakup in high school or it's a divorce down the road, whatever it is, you always want to, quote, win the breakup, right?
Sure.
I think this woman might have won, although I don't know if this is everyone's cup of tea. I'm going to show you guys, and you decide if this is something you go for, because this is something that men are very particular about. And that is women with muscles. Now, to me, there is a threshold where it's too much. It's just like a woman's body becomes one solid, like, brick, and you're just like, all right. You know, when they get all the striations and the fucking...
I don't like that.
You know, all the veins and everything.
Like the muscle separation. You can see it.
Exactly.
The definition.
Well, here she is. I was dumped by my husband. Now men worship my muscles on OnlyFans. I want you to guess. We'll put a poll up. What percentage of our audience is going to say totally would?
27.
What percentage of the audience is going to say that woman might be related to April in some way?
Oh, God.
There she is. So that was her before, the one in the bottom here. And this is her now with the bathing suit and the Wonder Woman outfit. This one is probably the most attractive out of all of it, but this looks like a woman's pretty face airbrushed on a dude's body.
That's a dude. Okay?
Right.
Like your tits are sitting on top of your pec muscles. You can't even see.
Right. Look at that. You see that? Those are pecs right there.
Yep. Those are dude pecs.
And then there's tits on top of them.
With like my size tits sitting on top of them.
Christina Parks Fernandez isn't just pumping iron. She's pumping up her self-esteem and her bank account. The single mom from California was left by her husband and became responsible for raising their 3 kids on her own.
Whoa. Why isn't he helping?
But she got into bodybuilding, and it saved her in more ways than one. She turned her passion for the gym into a thriving fetish business and now makes anywhere from $14 to $20 grand a month showing off her muscles for OnlyFans. So $200 to $250 a year.
I have a real conundrum going on for me right now.
What's that?
That is obscene amounts of money.
You're a whore.
It's obscene amounts of money.
You're a whore.
She's not having sex or anything. She has muscles and she posts pictures on OnlyFans. She gets 20 grand a month.
She is showing...
Do you know how quick you could retire?
She's showing off her body for a bunch of men who are sexualizing her and then throw money at her. She is no different than a stripper.
I totally agree with you.
100% a
that
stripper.
Is completely acceptable.
Fernandez, 42, has 16-inch biceps. She looks great.
42?
Her face looks awesome for 42.
There's totally makeup and Botox in there, but she does look
you know
good.
what? These pictures, that looks a little 42.
Look at the forehead. Yeah, it's very smooth.
Look at us shitting on people's foreheads.
No, she looks good.
I found out bad things about my husband. Uh-oh. This led me to my cam work to support my kids as he disappeared. I make mostly muscle fetish videos, all within my boundaries. I do not do porn videos of sexual acts like most people assume OnlyFans is. Yeah, that is kind of the backlash you get. You know, you can say, oh, I make a shitload of money on OnlyFans, and people automatically assume,
look at you like, oh.
What are you shoving up there? You know?
What?
You know.
I don't think you have to shove things up there.
Shoving things up your butthole and your pussy
pictures.
and everything else. Yeah, they're thinking there's all kinds of things going on.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Women can't be that dumb.
I don't immediately go to shoving things up anywhere.
They have, people instantly think if you go, oh, I'm on OnlyFans, they go, oh, she, touches her pussy and, fucks with herself and has sex and does
Where
porn.
I go is I just think naked pictures.
Oh, see,
naked pictures all day
way
long.
more than that. Marquise with $5 says, this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I like chubby chicks. Wait a minute. You're into that? You like the...
No, he's saying he likes chubby chicks because this is disgusting.
Okay, well, here you go, Marquise. Do you like the one on the left or the right better? Because they're both her.
That's the same person.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely had a shitload of work done.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
see, that's a guy's body. That's the problem. That's a dude's body.
If you were to
until you get up to the face.
If you remove the tits, tit meat off of the peck meat, that's a dude.
Yeah. She makes Charlotte Flair look effeminate. Jesus. Yeah, see, that's too much. That's too much for me.
I don't know. I sit here constantly stressing about, I don't know how I feel about people that make their living that way, I guess, because I don't really care. It doesn't affect me at all. But I guess at least she got her shit together and made money for her kids.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I don't know what was up with Dad, why he's not helping. But
she doesn't need our approval, put it that way. Yeah. She's doing just fine on her own. But
I've never seen something like that, though, where your pecs are so defined that your little tit meat is sitting out on top of your pecs. It has to hurt.
Yeah. Freaky Cat says would, but as an adventure. Tats are gross on women. April, put it away. Put it away.
I have.
Gutierrez says, I'll take one for the team. All right.
Okay. What? She's going to strangle you, though.
Yeah.
Wrap those thighs around your head.
Mr. Pot Awful says she wants it, though. She looks happy. Letter B says, we'll see. Yeah, look, like I said, she doesn't need my approval. It's just that,
Does anybody at $20,000 a month? No.
Now, is she raking in more money from weightlifting and bodybuilding enthusiasts, or is she raking in more money from guys who are sexually into that? Which one?
It's got to be both. You're not sexually...
No, but which one's more? Which one makes up more?
No, I'm saying you're not sexually into that unless you also do that. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't see it. I don't think.
I don't know. There's some pudgy fucking business class guys who like being manhandled.
I would rest easy, thinking no, not unless you go to the gym and you're into that. Do you like that?
Let's see what we've got. Right now, the audience is split 50-50.
Somebody said she'd rip your dick off doing a Kegel.
She'd do a Kegel, just rip your cock right off your body. Oh, my God.
The Dick Snatcher.
That's
actually your nickname.
Yes. The Dick Snatcher from Lawrence, Nebraska, whatever the fuck.
Why doesn't somebody reach out to someone like her for a wrestling thing or whatever?
They might now.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. The no's have it right now, but it's only 51-49 on the question of would you?
Oh, now it's 50-50.
Now it's 50-50 again. God, we got some sick fucks in this audience. No judgment, guys.
Is it sick, though? I don't know if it's sick. At least she's fit. She's technically taking care of herself. I just think it's gone overboard. I've got muscles and stuff, but I don't look near like that.
Will C says, I bet half the people clowning her have beer guts. Oh, no doubt about it. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. And part of their criticism, while valid, is covering up their own insecurities. I understand. But at the same time, men are allowed preferences. And I'm genuinely interested in whether or not, what the preference is in this room as to someone like that. For me, it's what you said. It's the tits on pecs. It's just weird.
If the tits on pecs weren't like a problem if that wasn't happening. I think she'd actually be pretty hot.
And I don't want to hear anyone say, oh, how dare you judge a woman like this. Her whole career. Look, if she was some office worker, yeah, they shut the fuck up about her appearance.
Right.
But that's how she makes her living.
Right. Judgment on her appearance. Like, do I like it? Okay, I'm paying for it.
Hi, Main Bro says she's got a micro peen for a clit. I mean, we cannot confirm that one way or the other.
This is where I'm struggling. Like, if I were giving it to her doggy style, like, her ass is going to have no give to it. It's going to be hard as a rock. Like, to me, like, I want a little
You're going to hurt your pubic area?
A little cushion there.
All right.
A little cakes, and hers are just straight up boulders.
Maybe she doesn't do, maybe she skips glute day.
Fucking...
She gives you a hand.
Ram your shit in there, you're getting bruised.
She gives you a hand job. She pops your dick like a party popper. It just.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. My hands are just strong.
All right. 90 votes in. 51% of our audience say yes, they would. 49% says no. I'm gonna wrap it up there.
Wow.
There you go, guys. 51-49. They're pretty split, but they say yes. Yeah.
Okay.
495 Marauder, thank you very much for becoming a member, buddy. 170 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. 30 minutes of overtime on the line. And, we still got 40 minutes before we fire up the music. So thank you guys very much. Yes?
Stevie J says if she has kids, she probably pees when she power lifts.
Why? Why? Have you ever seen videos like that? Like,
yes, I have. I truly have.
Yeah. The ones
I hadn't thought about it in a long
Those
time.
exist where women are like doing squats and shit and they just piss all over the gym. That is like the most disrespectful thing I can think of. Do that in your home gym. Piss your pants in your home gym.
No, I'm against that. Stop pissing when you lift.
None of my business.
Stop pissing.
You piss on your... Look.
Illegal. Where it depends or something. Stop pissing.
You can take 15 or 20 pounds off the bar and just not piss when you lift. I think that should be a goal, not to piss.
Right.
When you're lifting. But if you are going to piss when you lift, at least do it in your own goddamn house. In fact...
I'm against it all. Stop peeing and lifting.
Marquise,
pee before you lift.
Marquise with $2 says, why see why a nice, juicy, fat trunk is necessary? No, wait a minute. I'm not going to open up this argument again with Marquise. I don't like big, fat, giant asses. No. That doesn't mean you're setting up this false dichotomy where I have to choose between fucking Lex Luger in 94 or Yokozuna in 96. Those are not the only two options that I have.
Lizzo to John Cena.
Yeah, you want to see,
Chris Cyborg.
Yeah, you want to see big booty bouncing, boom, boom, boom. No, I would rather not. I like a reasonable amount of ass. Marquise, we are not going to have this argument again. We have screamed at each other numerous times.
I want Marquise to come to our anniversary party so we can argue about it live. How's that sound?
I'm pumped. I can't wait to have Gino Bisconti and Marquise and I sit there screaming at each other.
Oh my God. The only thing that can make that better is if Mersh wanted to come.
Oh, man. You know what everybody in Florida wants to do in August? Go to Minnesota.
It's hot here.
That's what they want to do. Oh, man. Yeah, by the way, I'm going to get the tickets up for the anniversary show tonight. I promise. We got VIPs already claiming tickets, so it's kind of unfair to the rest of you. Gino and Keanu will be here Saturday, August 12th. We'll do the cornhole tournament because we're hopelessly Midwestern. Then the comedy show after, and then just a shitload of drinking and singing and gayness and the
karaoke.
whole thing.
Yeah, I got the tickets ready to go, man.
We did karaoke last year. That was a good time.
Are you saying Midwesterners are big into cornholing?
We love cornholing. Game and cows.
There was a year where for Father's Day, I think it was, I got Aaron special cornhole boards.
Yes.
Steel toe boards.
And then I got our Twitch channel taken away, so the URL on the boards, worthless.
I spent hundreds of dollars on those. And then the very next half a year, we weren't even on Twitch anymore.
Oopsie daisy. Me and my big mouth. Mersh says, leave me out of it. Oh, somebody said Mersh would be into her, and he says, leave me. Yeah, see, people don't want anything to do.
I think he should
with
come
that nice
lady.
Let's go. Couple thank yous here. Zero Dark Tony with $9.99 says, I wonder what the test does to that snake. Cerberus with 5 says, her versus someone like Autumn Ivy. I'd go for Autumn Ivy every time.
Who is that?
Call me a moron, but I don't know what an Autumn Ivy is. But Hey, when it comes to stuff like this, I always like looking it up. Hi, Main Bro says you don't want to know. Uh-oh.
I think we should look. And then, how about that chick or like a Chris Cyborg?
That's a guy.
No, Chris is a girl.
No, not Chris Cyborg. I know Cyborg's. That's a guy. Adam Ivy, that's a dude. 100% that's a dude. Right?
I mean, all the rainbow stuff is kind of sus, for sure.
I mean, that's a guy's head and shoulders.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was a girl.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. That's a very masculine build.
Well, she's also a bodybuilder.
Yeah, she's jacked. Yeah, you're right. I could. Autumn Ivy sounds like a think with a peen. All right. I think he means thing. Aaron's period pill says, Aaron, are we going to walk all over everyone in the tournament? We're going to try this year.
You two win like every year.
No, we don't. We come in second every goddamn year.
Oh, that's true.
We lose to Chevrolet JB and his ringer.
I did better this last year. So 2 years ago, I was with Epic Dance Party, and it was my fault. I sucked. And then last year, I was with, in the chat here, it's Halata Vagina, and we did pretty good. It's fun. We'll do better this year.
She is on at least 5 different things: Anavar, Trend, Test, Master, and D-Ball. I don't know what half that shit is. I don't know what an Autumn Ivy is.
Bodybuilder.
I don't like this whole thing. Well, if I had to choose, in what universe is anyone making you choose? Like, hey, we organize sex here, and we're saying that you cannot leave this area until you choose to have sex with one of these two people. It has to be this muscle-bound broad or this muscle-bound broad. Choose one. What if I walk out the door and I say no? I know, it's just a hypothetical.
Jared Leto
I'm
or
getting
McConaughey from Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey. Sorry,
They're both so bony.
I probably shouldn't answer that so quickly. I should probably pretend I'm thinking about it. Sorry about that.
You do have a thing for him, I think.
Whoopsie daisy. Thank you very much to Andrea with $10 over on PayPal and Streamlabs.
Thank you.
And even $1.50 away from overtime. Thank you, guys. Rebel Fluff says that's how they get you. First, you start doubting your gender identification. Next thing you know, you're sucking off trans dick at the truck stop. Wait, what?
No.
Oh, no.
How did that happen?
Jesus.
Are you doing that?
I didn't know. Thank you very much to, I think that's Aaron's period pill. Coming back strong, making his return to Steel Toe. $20 over there on PayPal. Thank you, pal.
Thank you. It's
Appreciate
nice to see
that.
you.
1:30. MSO making his prediction, saying we're not doing overtime tonight. There it is.
Never.
There it is.
Never making overtime.
There's the MSO prediction. It is officially in for the evening. All right, the Eric Adams story. I've been excited to do this one all night. There's also, I've been checking out clips of that MILF Manor show periodically.
Really? Okay.
Holy I mean.
Is anyone pregnant yet?
I don't know, because I'm not following the storylines. Whenever I go to like any kind of news site that has a clip for it, I stop and I watch it.
It's your guilty pleasure.
Very rarely is a show promoted and you go, holy shit, that looks really, really bad. And then you watch clips of it and you go, oh, wow, it's really just as bad as I thought it was. It's kind of exciting. I like it. Thank you to Kyle B. $5 says MSO must be here. Yeah, of course. Why would MSO miss a steel toe? I like MSO. He's in the velvet rope section. I like the guy. Upset Duck says, did you guys already talk about that nut on the plane? We're going to talk about him tomorrow.
Oh, the broken spoon guy?
Yeah, we're going to talk about him tomorrow on the show with Corey. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'm
excited.
They filmed the whole thing. You know what's crazy to me? Well, not crazy to me. I'm used to it by now, but like the amount of things as humans we're willing to film, even though our lives are in immediate danger.
Right.
Our lives are in immediate danger.
Checks out.
But our first impulse is to hold the phone and hit record rather than try to fight off the threat.
People have started doing that too. Like, remember, God, where the fuck was it? There was a plane going down and some guy just filmed the plane crashing as they all died. And it posted somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how that. Oh, it was a live stream.
Anytime people are in danger, though, you're right. All they do is pull out their phones.
I don't mind if the plane's going down because what are you going to do? Fight God.
Oh, a bear is attacking me. I'd better film it.
Yeah, if you see a bear coming at you and you don't want to put down the phone, you deserve whatever you get.
Right.
whatever
You
you
deserve
get.
your lashings.
So I wanted to get into this Eric Adams thing. This is great. You know, I've told you guys numerous times that when it comes to people reversing on COVID and saying stuff that you said years ago, you got to stop like asking for some kind of retribution. You got to stop asking for, some kind of like correction or, cosmic intervention that's going to make everyone say that you were right and they're going to admit they were wrong. Enjoy the humor in the fact that they're saying the thing that you said a long time ago and they look like absolute dipshits. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself nuts looking for a vindication that is, I'm sorry, simply not coming. Like the Fauci thing.
Yeah, you've had to teach me that.
Fauci had a bunch of scientists commission a study with the stated goal of what's the word I'm looking for? Disproving.
Disproving.
Or not even disproving. It would be
No, disprove.
No, because they couldn't disprove it. Distancing themselves. Whatever. I'm a terrible host. Distancing the Wuhan lab leak theory. He told them to come up with refuting. Thank you. Refuting, last statue. You guys are better at this than I am. Refuting the lab leak theory.
Yeah.
And then when they wrote it, so he gave them the answer. They wrote the paper the way he wanted. Then when they turned in that paper, he held up that paper that he told them to write and said, look, it's the proof that this wasn't a lab leak.
Couldn't happen.
Do not see that news and go, hey, let's put this guy in jail. Let's make him face some kind of consequence. Never going to happen. Laugh, make fun of him, point out how full of shit he is.
But he's protected.
The emperor has no clothes. Ha, 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 ha. But he ain't going anywhere, unfortunately. This is kind of what I want you to do with the Eric Adams thing. If you didn't know, Eric Adams is trying to do something, anything, about the crime in New York City. His latest idea, to prevent robberies, quote, we are putting out a clear call to all of our shops. Do not allow people to enter the store without taking off their face mask, according to Mayor Eric Adams.
Go fuck yourself. Really? That's the statement now?
First of all, how can New York be a city at the same time so hardened and full of criminals and knifings and robberies and assaults, but also be a city full of such hypochondriac pussies that they're still wearing masks?
This just feels deflating somehow.
And number two, I thought the people who said, hey, if you make people mask up inside, isn't it going to be easier for people to disguise themselves doing crimes? I thought that was redneck, hillbilly, red stater shit.
Yeah, it was at one point.
Yeah, I thought that was all just backwards hillbilly vomit coming out of their mouths.
Well, don't we reserve the right to change your mind?
Oh, that's...
okay.
Those motherfuckers. That's going to be their thing, too. Is they're going to be, well, when the facts change and more information comes in, then we reserve the right to change our mind. You got told all of this shit years ago. And only now when, you're facing re-election and your city's on fire, do you try. But here's the irony of it. They're finally coming around to your way of thinking. It's way too late to fix the problem you have, and it's not going to address the underlying issue of why all this crime is happening.
Right.
Because you guys bailed on your police force. I mean, the reason that crime is so high in New York City is the inverse of why it was so low in the 90s and early 2000s. They put cops on the street. They enforced quality of life crimes. They engaged in a modicum of fascism.
Yeah, absolutely.
In New York City during the Giuliani days and in the Bloomberg days. Those guys were hard right authoritarians when it came to that stuff.
My God.
Yeah. Well, then you stopped doing all that, and surprise, surprise, it went right back to the way it was before all that. This is not, again, I think the saddest and most tragic thing, and what makes a lot of us believe that this is all very intentional and, being put in place by certain people, is that we had the playbook for both of these outcomes for decades. We knew what the answers were. We knew what each plan led to, and we still took the wrong path. I mean, if it's not intentional, then I almost feel, I've said this before, I almost feel worse if it's not intentional.
It makes it...
Because then it makes it, these people don't know what they're doing and shit's out of control.
Right, it makes you uneasy.
Right. That's been the criticism of conspiracy theorists, by the way. You're like, oh, you're just scared, and in order to salve that fear, you create an organization that's secretly in charge because it's more soothing, right? Mm-hmm. And they're kind of right.
It's true, but it's not always wrong either.
Yeah. Again, the whole just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean somebody ain't watching me. Right.
Yeah.
But the fact that Eric Adams is now going, hey, I have a noble idea that's all my own that nobody's ever thought of. Maybe if we take off our masks, it might be harder to commit crime anonymously. Weird.
Never heard it before.
I can't believe this anti-masker Eric Adams wants your grandma to die.
Fucked up.
What a piece of shit. We should kick him off Twitter. That's for sure.
No more mayorship for him.
Get rid of that guy. He's a killer. Yul Gibbons with $10 says, MSO, may your next drink of water go down the wrong tube and make you cough for a second. Why?
That's mean.
Why would we wish that evil?
It's usually more than a second.
On what I consider a decent guy. Simp 3PO says, we need masks again. Of course. Right. Why wouldn't we need masks again?
But only until you're about to go in a store.
Yes.
Then you should take it off, lest you rob the store.
I can't believe that he's going with these alt-right talking points, the mayor of New York City. What a proud boy.
I can't believe he's blaming masks for robberies.
I'm going to make that guy name a bunch of breakfast cereals now.
I'm going to beat him with my flip-flops. No, wait, I can't wear flip-flops.
No flip-flops for the Proud Boys. Oh, my God. The Proud Boys.
With my fedora?
You know what's interesting is that the Proud Boys don't allow you to wear flip-flops, yet they're some of the gayest people you'll ever meet.
No thong sandals, but you can be gay.
Yeah, I guess so. The $4.95 Marauder with $4.95 or $4.99. How odd.
I thought it said we had an ice cream store.
He said we had an ice storm here in New York. Mayor Adams called it a nice storm. Radio had to correct it to ice storm, to be exact. Fat Andy says, Aaron just got back from a doctor's appointment. Still have to shower and wash conducive gel off my nuts. What have I missed? Nothing.
What happened to your nuts?
Go wash your ball bag. You're fine. Pro Gun says your store won't get robbed if you put it in the middle of a water park. I don't know what he means by that.
I actually don't either.
I have no idea.
Are you saying that if our store is in the middle of like a pool area, let's say, that nobody will rob it? Nobody?
I don't know what he means by that.
What?
I don't know what he means by that. The Rob Saul Show says, I need a good facial scrub recommendation from April. Oh, he's saying you have a very nice face.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
What would you recommend for the
same
apparently
way.
now homosexual Rob Saul?
I don't even know. Dude, I like charcoal masks, the kind that you kind of like leave on there until it dries and you peel it off. That shit's fun.
What would you say to Pizza Face Rob Saul for a good facial scrub that he needs? Triple N says used dried cum.
I just said jizz.
Yeah.
Jizz.
Does it have to be dried cum, or can you just put the cum on and let it dry?
If you let me talk.
Well, I'm asking.
Spread it out while it's still malleable. And when it dries, you just kind of peel it off. And it rips all the impurities out.
There you go. I didn't know. Because the
it
cum
doesn't smell very good, though. You should mix in like a...
The cum gets in
like
your
a
pores.
Scent
yeah. Or do it while you're in a hotel pool.
Won't know.
You won't
or
even know
your gym
the
owner's
difference.
cleaning the sauna.
Exactly.
Who fucking... smell like fucking cum in the...
Really does smell like
hallway.
cum when they clean that sauna.
It's actually off-putting.
Very bleachy. Zen Rhino says, Proud Boys are some of the gayest people except for the Dusty Bogan. Lark Bark says, in New York City, didn't want to elect Curtis Sliwa, who would have been much better than Adams. Yeah, but he's a little... Ironically, he's a little rough around the edges, even for New Yorkers. Curtis Sliwa.
You want to know something? Anytime like somebody in office is shitty and someone's like, oh, they should have elected this guy, he would have been much better. I'm like skeptical of that now. I never assume there's just a better option because
you just
I
think
feel like
like
they're
how,
all the same person.
Yeah, like how bad would that guy have been? No, Curtis Sliwa would have been very Giuliani-like on crime. Probably worse. He probably would have been, not worse, it depends on what your thoughts are. He would have been like harder and like let the police do more shit than probably Giuliani let them do. He would have said, guys, the broom handle has to be this long or shorter, and then you can shove it up an assailant's asshole. But nothing longer than this. We don't want to bust any kidneys. That could be a lawsuit.
Okay. I have a rebuttal for that. stop breaking the law and they wouldn't bother you.
Wow, look at you.
How does that sound?
Holy shit, you're just ready to be mayor.
If you're so scared of the police, stop doing illegal shit.
It's so easy.
That's it.
Brent Hatley letting us know it has to be dry cum.
I agree.
It has to be. You just put the flakes on.
You know what? Even the smell, like it grows on you eventually.
I'm sorry, but it has to go on wet because how is it supposed to dry and then pull everything off?
You
can't.
are clearly a rookie.
No, I'm talking about this guy's comment. It can't be dried cum. It has to go on moist first so it can attach itself to the pores and you can rip it up, Brent. I disagree with you there. Ooh. What are you going to do? Put it on like Parmesan?
No, check it out. Maybe he has a point. If you have like a bunch of dried up cum that you've been saving for a while for your facial day.
As we all do,
you
right.
Grind it up first. And then you put a little bit of water in it so it's like a paste. And then you apply.
Interesting.
Cum paste.
To the people coming here from MLC asking me about Jake Hudson, I fucking told you guys about that one. You guys
haven't
go,
seen anyone.
What's with this guy? I've heard them ask me for the last week or so. Guys, I warned you about that one. I told you that guy was a fucking problem. So here's what I say. Not my pig, not my farm. No, not gonna worry about him no more.
It's an ever learning process. Like you get into a thing, you decide, wow, that thing is really crazy, and you try to move on from it and warn somebody for the next time, and nobody ever listens.
Fat Andy becoming a Yeehaw Club member. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. I don't even know what the fuck you guys are down to now. 1:15. Thank you very much. On our way to overtime. We got 20 minutes before we start Royce's favorite segment of ours, which is the can rattling, e-begging, e-begging, can rattling 5 minutes on the program. We got that in 20 minutes here. Everyone who hasn't yet and is enjoying the show, hit the like button. We hope you enjoy the show. Fat Andy says, you two are great. Love you both. Keep up the great content. I mean, I'll do my best. Andy. I'll do my best, Fat Andy. That's a very honest show. Drew Allen says, always watch the morning show and rarely get to see the evening show. Sorry, I missed most of it.
It's okay.
You're fine.
You can always go back and listen some other time if you missed it.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to worry about missing most of the show.
We're thankful you're here when you're here.
I really, really want to show you guys this fucking guy. I'm glad we got to him tonight. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Congresswoman Cori Bush.
Oh.
I think she's a squad member. She's one of the big defund the police congresswomen. You know, those police are evil.
So the usual.
Yeah. Well, she may not like the police, but boy, does she like her private security.
They always do. That is chapter and verse, everyone.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Everyone that says defund the police, they've got their own private stash.
That's it. She loves her private security. She spent $137,000 on it the last 2 years.
It's every single time.
$137,000. The guy she's paying to be her private security, we've got a 3-minute video with him.
Let's hear it.
Oh boy, is this guy an interesting fella. First of all, you guys may not know this, but the guy that Cori Bush has on her private security firm is 109 trillion years old.
Is he a Buddhist and he just keeps coming back, or what?
I'm just reporting. The guy is 109 trillion years old, and a lot of those 109 trillion years have been spent not being a big fan of Jewish people.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in. This is interesting.
Let's check it out. This is Cori Bush, member of the squad, defund the police, the whole deal. She has a spiritual guru. This guy calls himself a spiritual guru who provides private security for people. Let's check out what
he looks beefy.
By the way, this is what The Rock would look like if he had two black parents. If it was Rocky Johnson and Charmel were his parents, then he would have The Rock would have looked like this instead of High Chief Peter Maivia blood in him. All right, here we go with Black Rock.
I'm a teacher. I'm gonna give you brand new knowledge as much as I can. I'm gonna teach you how to grow food, and if you want to learn something from the mystery schools, I'll teach you out the mystery schools. I love soup.
You want to learn from the mystery schools?
I do. I find people like this very interesting because it's so out there. You know, it's absolutely nothing like I ever sit and think about.
And if you ask me, he's not hurting anybody.
He's totally not.
You know, if you're crazy, you're crazy. If you're not hurting anybody, it's fine.
If someone's going to like ply me with a few beers and like I just get to sit and listen to this guy, that's a fun afternoon.
Or you know what the problem is, though? You have like 7 beers and the guy goes, you want to hear from the mysteries? And you had 7. You're like, fuck yeah, I want to hear from the... What are the mysteries? Oh, are we going to read a Goosebumps book?
I'm dead at 7 beers. I don't know who you think I am, but...
Sufism. I love Essenism. I love Gnostic schools, the Gnostic texts. Love them. I love voodoo. Love it.
Big Godsmack fan?
He's a big Godsmack fan.
Okay, I hear ya.
Yeah.
I like him too.
I'm more of a crying like a bitch guy, but I understand.
Love it. I love Palo Mayombe. Love it. So I stick to the mystical side of everything.
Uh-oh.
You know that walk on water?
Wait a minute. You're on the what? You're staying on the mystical side of things?
Yep.
Man, I'm beating that pussy up, not smooth, fucking.
Wow, I like this guy.
I want him to say that.
He's on the mystical side of things.
Shake your ass.
Now, if you'll excuse me, if I may read from the mystical text, wobble, wobble, I'm infatuated. Bitch ride a dick like she making a baby. And that is the word of the mysticals.
He's making the right face.
Oh. Jesus Christ. This fucking guy's going to be good.
Water. That deal, that healing, man, I don't know how to walk on water yet, but that is the science. It's called the science of levitation.
That's levitation, Holmes. How about the power to kill a yak from 300 yards away with mind bullets? That's telekinesis, Kyle. So this guy's a Tenacious D fan and mystical.
Gets around.
It's a simple science, too. But I was put on this planet to break the spell. One of the people put on this planet to break the spell.
Uh-oh. Anytime I hear people saying mysticism, I'm going to break the spell, I know anti-Semitism is not too far behind.
What is the spell?
Who are the wizards
sir?
casting the spells, sir? Who are the people? Who are the wizards who are in charge of these spells that you need to break?
I don't want to touch it. Think harder.
Not more. I'm not peaceful at all.
Uh-oh.
You mess with me, I'm messing with you. I'm doing you 10 times worse than what you did me.
Man, I'm beating that pussy
I might go give me a goat or something, give me a ram or something, put some blood on the altar and fuck your whole family up.
Jesus.
So he's going to put some blood on the altar and fuck your whole family up. April, could you make a quick business note, please?
Yep.
Don't ever fuck with this guy.
Don't fuck with, what's his name?
Mystical.
Mystical.
Yeah, we'll just call him Mystical Guy.
Thank you.
Can care less.
Duly noted.
You're a Christian, I'm going to take you to the book of Psalms. I'll show you how to knock a person, make all their teeth fall out their mouth.
It's my worst nightmare.
Doesn't really sound like a Christian.
I don't really want my teeth falling out.
Yo, if you're a Christian, I'll take you to the place in the book where Jesus taught you karate. Like, what? I don't really think that's a part of the Bible, buddy.
Oh.
Yo.
Hey, the Catholics do shit anti-Bible.
I'll show you in Psalms where it tell you how to be all up in their ass and shit with a rear naked choke. That's how Jesus got down, motherfucker. All right, let's go to Ryobi, who's standing by. Hopefully he's got something on this fella. Go ahead, sir.
Yo, dog, I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you, and he gonna teach me. But we gonna do trade. Let me ask you.
All right.
I ask you this.
All right.
The trade be, I teach you how to speak English, and you teach me all your mystical secrets. But you have to learn English first.
Okay, so you teach him English, and he teaches you how to break the spell. And then you guys can listen to Mystical.
There it is.
Perfect. All right, thank you, buddy.
He slips into his normal accent.
I know, he slipped into white accent real quick.
The book of Luqman is the most powerful book of magic in the Quran. The book of wisdom. That's why it's the book of wisdom.
Okay, so we've got Bible, we've got Quran. Notice no Torah yet.
Wizardry.
A sewer in there that make tornadoes. Flat out. That's how I learned how to make tornadoes.
This motherfucker makes tornadoes.
Stay away from this guy.
Does he mean like the little roll-up things that are at Super Americas on the roller grill? The tornadoes? Or does he mean like he's literally like Gandalf, he's making weather?
He's destroying entire regions.
I had no idea. Boy, Oklahoma would like to have a word with this guy.
I think so.
That's what Sufism's all about.
Oh.
I'm gonna take you in the book of Proverbs and show you how to make lightning touch where you want it to touch and burn some shit down.
This doesn't really sound peaceful.
I'm gonna blame my next storm damage on Mystical.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that that Black Rock is fucking up my house with lightning and tornadoes and shit.
I got a chant in the Torah that makes fire out of nothing. No, I'm not gonna get on live and prove, but you can come get it from me. You can come.
Holy shit, I got it. This motherfucker's Captain Planet.
He doesn't want to prove it, though.
Well, hey, if you're good at something, you never do it for free.
I don't want to question the man lest he get up in my ass.
I definitely don't need this guy spilling ram blood on the altar and fucking my whole family
That does scare me.
Mm-mm.
Some of them can go.
Now you see why Corey Bush pays him $100,000. He'll throw lightning at a motherfucker if they step to Corey Bush. I heard you ain't gonna vote for the tax increase on the wealthy. Well, maybe I spill some ram blood on the altar and fuck your shit up. Like, all right, I'll vote yes for the tax increase. I apologize.
Thank you.
You don't think universal health care is important? Well, I don't think the roof of your house is important, motherfucker, because you're about to have a tornado up in your ass. All right, I'm sorry. I'll vote for universal health care. That's what I thought, bitch. Hey, yo, I heard you ain't want to vote for no more aid packages for the Ukraine. Well, I'm about to lightning strike your fucking Tahoe, motherfucker. All right, that's what I thought. Your parking spot is safe for now. But if you hear thunder, you know I'm coming for your ass. Wobble, wobble, I'm infatuated. Bitch ride a dick like she making a baby. I'll catch you later.
Best quotes ever comes from Spider-Man.
Oh, no. Tobey Maguire?
Whoa, wait a minute.
No.
So this motherfucker will give us the Bible, he'll give you the Quran, and then he'll skip right over to Spider-Man?
You gotta rhyme that better.
The best quotes ever come from Spider-Man. Let's go back 15 seconds and just see how that thought came to be.
And burn some shit down. I got a chant in the Torah that makes fire out of nothing.
Holy shit.
No, I'm not gonna get on live and prove, but you can come get it from me. You can come. One of the best quotes ever comes from Spider-Man.
If this motherfucker says with great power comes great responsibility, I won't do shit because he's insane, but I'm going to be upset.
There is nothing else to say. You know that's coming.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Fuck.
I'm a very humble individual because I know what I can actually do.
You're humble. You just told us you were going to spill ram blood and kill our family. You're going to put a tornado in our house, and you're going to shoot lightning.
Okay, if that's humble, can you imagine him not humble?
That's true. Yeah, if this is you humble,
He's
holy
a problem.
fuck.
Okay.
Did you just throw a planet at me?
I've done it.
Black Thanos.
I gave him the Ayin principle and taught him how to make it rain because that's one of our weapons. See, I teach nature alchemy. I developed it.
Okay.
That's my science.
By the way, if this guy was 140 pounds, you'd go, shut the fuck up. But he looks like this, so you go, all right, sounds good.
Whatever that guy says.
Whatever he says.
Black Rock says.
Yeah, whatever Black Thanos tells us.
Black Rock down.
I know how to manipulate weather. You want a religion? All right, nature alchemy. That'll be your religion.
I told you this guy's working on Plum Island. He's part of the Heart Machine. He's controlling the weather.
Tornado? Want to learn how to make it rain? Want to learn how to manipulate lightning? We got that science around her.
We got that science around her.
Trust the science.
Yeah, it's getting hot in her because I done made a heat wave in this bitch.
You have to incarnate back on this spot.
He is there again.
I spent trillions of years coming to this planet. Trillions.
Imagine the frequent flyer miles this motherfucker has.
Swear to God.
Holy shit.
Free flights for life.
Now back to the lesson at hand. Agriculture.
Perfection is perfection, so I'll let him understand. From a young G's perspective.
And why do I always speak on agriculture? Because I know that agriculture is true.
Because you've been around for trillions of years, so you probably were a slave?
Oh, that's where I was going with that. I couldn't say it.
Sorry. I was guessing. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I have no idea.
Freedom. I know without agriculture, we have nothing. I know without a food supply of our own that we control, we have nothing.
I was going to say, we gave you all kinds of fields, and you got mad about
you
it.
You tended to them.
No, I guess he didn't own them.
You're a little bitchy about it.
Which means they planned this pandemic on us as a people.
Oh, shit.
We're so busy out here hating each other because of what we look like what we sound like, how we walk, how we talk, that we don't see the bigger picture. You got
why didn't you hit them with lightning or a tornado? Where the fuck were you when all this shit was going down?
Why don't you show me the picture?
Yeah.
Elite looking to kill every last one of us. They want to wipe out half the population of the planet. The global count on the planet is 7.8 billion, 7.9 billion people. And the global elite is trying to reduce that down to right around 50 million. That's a lot of
I'm starting to think that Cori Bush did not watch these before she hired this gentleman.
I think you actually have to turn the videos away.
I think you
Otherwise,
yes.
like, you're obligated to not hire this
Right.
guy.
people dead, man. Not cool. I'm not from the Nation of Islam, but I read the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's book, Fall of America.
Uh-oh, here we go. This is where we're going to get to you-know-who.
Seeing everything come true, come to pass. The God came and dropped some knowledge on us.
Yeah.
It's coming to pass.
Come on.
America is falling.
Okay.
It's going to topple itself. But it's a planned system.
Yeah.
That's what this global pandemic is about. We're getting a new global system.
Yeah.
And
put in place.
By whom?
By the families that run the planet.
Uh-oh.
It's not a conspiracy theory, man. It's just facts.
Who are they?
Oh, wow. He didn't. You know what? In fairness, he did not say it.
But then Ethan Klein pops up.
Yes. the video is titled Meet the Anti-Semitic Spiritual Guru on Cori Bush's Payroll, but we didn't get the actual anti-Semitism. Wow, that guy...
Stable?
Yeah, great guy. Great guy.
Very wise.
He can make weather, but he can't fix his car interior. I was thinking that too. Was that red interior coming down?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
There was something remarkably charming about that guy.
He looks like Black Rock.
Yeah, he looks like Black Rock.
And The Rock is remarkably charming.
Oh, return trip with a great idea. Interview him. We got to get that guy on the show.
I don't know his name.
Just write down Black Rock and we'll look him up.
I did. I said, don't fuck with Mystical and in parentheses, Black Rock.
We want to interview Black Rock. Now, don't email E-Rock by mistake because that's a completely different interview.
Yeah, his name's right above.
Yeah. If we go Black Rock and E-Rock, we're going to get a totally different interview.
Now, that's Cori Bush's person?
That's Cori Bush's
How do I
person.
find out who this is?
Oh, it's very easy. We'll go back to that video. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Thank you very much to Damon with $10 over on PayPal, excuse me.
Thank you, Damon.
105 away from tonight's goal in about 4 minutes until we play the music, rattle the cans, and see if we can knock out that goal tonight and do 30 minutes of overtime. I've been very chill about it tonight because I just feel like we're going to get there.
You're very zen.
I'm very zen about it. Maybe it's
God,
that
you
guy.
look good.
Thank you. Maybe it's listening to
You're doing the back thing.
maybe it's Black Rock who's got me feeling so however about it. Fuck. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, and memberships if you want to contribute to this program and lengthen the show by about a half hour and keep us going. We appreciate it. I've got the non-binary sex therapist who says that to prevent more Bill Cosby cases, well, she's got the answer. Let's put it that way. I've also got a clip from MILF Manor that's going to make you instantly want to watch that show.
I kind of do. There's shows I like to hate watch. There's things like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Like, that stuff's always a trash bin.
It's
like
really,
the whole thing's bad.
It's really wild. We're going to save that Cori Bush thing because I think we might start doing best ofs on Saturday mornings. Like your Saturday morning cartoons.
Okay.
And I'm going to save that Cori Bush clip for that. Not its own standalone clip, but we're going to get it. We're going to get maybe
it's
put
in
it
circulation.
Put it in a package, as it were. Lark Bark says the non-binary sex therapist. Oh yeah, dude, you got to hear her ideas. She's great. She knows how to prevent all the Cosby cases, and I'll just let you know, if you're a woman, it ain't gonna be the answer you want.
How can you be a non-binary sex therapist?
Wow, that's really hateful of
How
you.
does no?
Derek Chauvinist.
I'm just asking.
Derek Chauvinist says reparations. No, reparations is the black monopoly guy's answer, not hers. All right. They are. The Optic Nerve says if you don't extend the show, I'm going to send lightning and tornadoes on you. No, you're going to spill the blood of the ram and fuck up my family.
Are you that sad about it, though?
That's what you're going to do. You're right. I mean, which family, right? All right, guys, let's fire it up. Let's do this. Let's make Royce happy. Let's do the 5-minute little can rattling here thing. Let's make sure that we knock out that 105 and do an extra half hour. Andrea with 15, so we're off to a good start.
Thank you, Andrea.
90 away from hammering this thing out. We'll give Royce Lopez over at ROTC a little fuel for the fire, as it were. Ooh, do you have juice?
No, I've got like 3 more VIPs claiming tickets.
Oh,
you've got to get those posted.
I thought you had some gossip.
No, nobody likes me. It's fine.
MSO says we are not knocking out tonight's goal. It is not happening. Will his streak die tonight? Will he be right? $90 away. There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. TS Moose says Hype Train, patented Daywave $5 Hype Train. Yes, of course. Thank you.
We got it.
Gimmick infringement, though. Gimmick infringement by Daywave Radio.
Careful.
All right. 90 away, 30 minutes up for grabs. Otherwise, we wrap up in about 4 minutes. Mike Erb saying that we're at 150 likes as well. So let's jack that up to 200 in the meantime also. Let's get it to 200. Great for the algorithm. Great for the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and all that good stuff. We so do appreciate it. And we do have a new video coming up. We got a premiere coming up at 9:30 as well. All right, 4 minutes to go. Let's make sure we knock out that 90 and do an extra half hour. There's Angry Mango with 10. We take 7 of that.
Thank you.
85 away from knocking it out tonight.
Chipping away.
We are chipping away. Little by little. I will keep an eye on the phone here. Oh, speaking of which, we got another thank you to throw out there. 5 from Nicholas. Thank you very much, buddy. Marquise with 10 says pay up pours. 75 away from taking care of this and doing an extra 5 minutes.
What the?
Or an extra 30 minutes, excuse me.
Breaking news from Rumble alert.
Yes, I saw that. We'll mention it. We'll mention it in a little bit here.
Wow.
I saw that a while ago. Marquise says pay up pours. I mean, not really smart to promote something that people can go watch instead of our program.
We could cover something.
Maybe tomorrow or something. Who knows? 75. Oh, yeah. Is Just a Dabbler still here from earlier? This is his music.
It is his jam.
This is Just a Dabbler's jam. All right. 3 minutes to go. And 75 away from knocking it out. Turtle with a couple of bucks. Says, you know what you done did, Loaf Piggy. Wait.
Oh, Loaf Piggy's still alive.
What? I don't know. I really don't know what I did. What have I done? Gino Bobina says, Aaron, I know that your sidekick doesn't have much in the brains department. Just letting you know I am still here. Oh, shit. Gina Bobina versus April. April, any comment?
I don't think there's any smoke there. I don't really feel any from her.
You don't feel any heat?
No.
All right, well, there you go. You can't get a rise out of her.
I must have some kind of brains to be here.
$70 away from knocking it out. Alex with another 10 says, haha, Marquise calling everyone pores. That feels a little racist. 65 away. Fat Andy says, come on, everyone, put in your $1.05. We got 30 coming in from Derek.
Thank you.
Of Midland Armory. Thank you very much, buddy. 30 over on PayPal. Only 35 away from knocking it out. Will MSO be right or wrong tonight? Joe with 20 over on PayPal. 15 away.
Gonna be wrong.
10 away after Kyle W with 5. Uh-oh. MSO, does the streak continue? 10 away with a minute and a half left. The Optic Nerve says, suck it, MSO. Well, I wouldn't celebrate just prematurely here. I would wait until you actually knock it out. MSO can still technically win this thing.
Nah.
As we're $10 away. 10 super chat counts as 5. 5 super chat counts as 5. That's how we balance out the 30%. Cerberus with 10 says Marquise got his reparations. New boot goofing. And there we go. It has been knocked out. The 495 Marauder knocking it out for us with that last 999. There you go. The patented Royce Lopez Daywave Hype Train has gotten us 30 minutes of overtime once again.
Thanks, guys.
And MSO tries again tomorrow. Anything that comes in the rest of the night goes towards the tomorrow morning show.
Sandy's saying you missed one.
She says you missed one. Bigfoot is real, $9.99. No, I said that one, and then I said Alex right afterwards. I said them back to back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Fat Andy says, congratulations, chat. You all kick ass. Well, yes, you guys are fantastic. You're the best audience in the business. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit like. Let's get that up to 200. And then, of course, we'll entertain you the rest of the way. Here is the non-binary sex therapist that is suggesting how you or how society in general can prevent more Bill Cosby cases.
Watch your drink, maybe.
Watch your drink. We could all come up with great ideas.
Drink,
really.
on
how to prevent this stuff. However, it doesn't always. It's not always the message you want to hear. It's the advice you get isn't always the advice you want. People are saying that there were Streamlabs comments in their contribution. Hold on a second here, guys. I will get to it. I don't want anyone to feel left out. That's for sure.
Gotta log in first.
Let's make sure that all these people get their messages read so I'm not some kind of thieving asshole. Where is it? Triple N with $5 says $5 hype train, cuh. Oh, I already read that one. Joe says, fuck MSO. There you go. Derek says, made it through all of the voicemails and was very disappointed. There were none telling us how terrible Steel Toe is. Aww. Oh, so they did their gay ops?
They had one person.
And they only had one person? Oh, man.
God, I bet it worked, though. I bet Midland's leaving.
You guys are terrible at gay ops. Aaron's period pill says, here's my payment for the bags tournament. All right, there you go. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
All
you.
right. Remember, after the show's over, immediately after, since we put up a Daily Wire video that completely tanked viewership-wise, I put up a second video for tonight. If the clips don't have, like, battles and, feuds and everything else, YouTube does not put them in the algorithm. So what we're doing now, we're just going to put funny clips up, good shit from the show, ripping on some people, do our funniest bits, and we're going to see what happens. So what we need you guys to do is when they come out, like them, share them, get them back in the algorithm, that whole thing. As we pull away from kind of a mentally ill crowd, making our own way, rebuild from there. Still over 9,200 subs. That has tapered off, that's for sure. Like I said, as you leave one place and go to another, we're going to have to rebuild that. But just make sure you're subscribing to the show. We do appreciate it. All right, here she is. A sex guru who's going to tell you how to prevent more Bill Cosbys. Does this look like a woman who knows her way around a dick?
Yeah, non-binary, right?
Yep.
That means it's not a woman.
Oh.
They're non-binary.
You know what? You're right.
You fucked up.
That is my fault. I have misgendered this
beautiful creature.
You know what's weird is back in the day, calling someone a thing was insulting.
Mm-hmm.
That was an insult to say that. Oh, look at this thing. But now it's like a perfectly reasonable way to address someone because they don't want to be called he. They don't want to be called her. So you go, well, this thing.
Look at how big of a chair they need.
I mean, it almost seems insulting to put out a chair like that. Let's check it out and see what she says her advice is on how to prevent the Bill Cosby thing.
If we actually grapple with the fact that sex negativity is what causes this type of behavior, then...
Right, see here I thought it was a sex creep who was drugging women and then having sex with their unconscious bodies. But yeah, you're right. It's definitely sex negativity.
Yeah, I thought he was just kind of going for an easy lay. He wouldn't like protest at all.
I thought it was a guy drugging your drink and fucking you, but you're right. It's probably your own bad attitude towards sex. If you wouldn't see getting drugged and fucked as a bad thing, I mean, this wouldn't be so terrible.
Funny, I've had like bad attitudes towards like my sex life before. I've never felt like a Cosby. What?
This type of behavior. Then we could create a world where in a idyllically sex positive world, someone is able to pay conscious women to come and be drugged so that I can get my kink out, my fetish on having sex with unconscious people. There's a consensual way to do.
Why don't we just try to beat that out of people? The whole, hey, I want to put a drug in you so you pass out and I can fuck you. No, because you know what comes next from that lady? Fucking dead bodies. No.
How about we stop accepting everything? She's sitting here on the BBC network or whatever talking about how, like, guys, there's a legal way to do this. Like, we can do this, guys. They can be unconscious and all that, and I can just have my way with them. No.
Yeah.
How about we stop accepting that and we just look at that person and no, you need help.
Right.
We need to not have sex until we get some help.
You know, this isn't the movie Yes Man. You know?
Yeah, we don't have to say yes to everything.
This isn't where we just can't say no to anything whatsoever. Like, they're like, hey, we need to live in a sex-positive world. Okay, sex-positive. I hear you. Well, like what? Well, if someone has a fetish where they like to drug bitches and fuck them, we can find girls that'll take money to do that. And no! Because okay, great. The woman can take $20. Well, I hope you're taking 200. But they can take a couple $100. They can consent to the drug and sex thing. But once you're unconscious, there's no agreement anymore.
Yeah, I'm not okay with this.
Right. Once you're unconscious.
Like, we're fine with necrophilia.
Oh, my God.
We've already, have professors out there saying, oh, it's okay to be a minor attracted person. Well, no, it's not.
I've said this
Not really.
I've said this before. My dream now is just to die before the rot gets too deep.
I kind of feel that way, too, and that's why I get scared about, having more kids and shit. It isn't getting any better, I promise.
Look, man.
It's not.
I'm just trying to get out of here before my head explodes. That's it.
Just keep the blinders on a little bit. In a job like this, though, it's really hard to keep your blinders on because we have to report on these things.
Yeah. See, I'm thinking like Freaky Deaky's thinking. You need a couple of horse tranquilizer to knock that one out, Bill. I mean, the idea that she's
How are you going to get her somewhere, though?
Well, you know those
You're gonna
tarps
need a team
that
of Clydesdales to tow her.
No, you take those tarps like they transport whales when they're beached. You just pick them up in that and you hose them down every once in a while and you just take them wherever you need them. You get a Chinook helicopter for your date. It's perfect.
Oh.
I like this whole idea that she's like, well, in a perfect sex-positive world, a woman could be paid to be drugged. Yeah, because the guy who's got a drug you and fuck you fetish is totally going to respect the rules once you're unconscious and can't do anything to defend yourself. That guy's going to be a total gentleman. You know the guy who came to you and said, hey, do you mind if I knock you unconscious and then fuck you? Yeah, that guy's going to be a total sweetheart once you're out cold.
There's no girls out there, by the way, that want that. You're not going to remember any of it. Nobody wants that. I'm dying. William Helverson in the chat said she's so fat she uses sheep as a tampon.
Wow. You know what? You got to applaud the creativity on that one.
She uses sheep.
You got to applaud the creativity. That's, wonderful advice.
Wait, how can you be non-binary and have a period, though?
Look, the rules are like this. Whenever you think they've got them in a corner, they just make some shit up, and then that's gospel.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the sad part is I'm worried there are actually people that go to her for sex advice.
Mm-hmm.
And they take it seriously, the shit she says.
Somebody out there does.
Wow.
But when push comes to shove, I guarantee you there's no woman out there that wants to be drugged and taken advantage of while they're out. That's not happening.
Tyler says, gross, the blonde woman has way too much muscle. I'm passing so hard. Sorry, a little bit behind. Just about an hour and a half. No big deal.
Jesus Christ, I thought they were talking about me.
165 likes, says the 495 Marauder. All right.
Sweet.
35 of you. Fire off that thumbs up button. And let's like the program. And let's get it up to 200 for tonight. It helps for the algorithm and all that shit, too, especially as we, do the show the way we've been doing it now. It's always good for you guys, all hands on deck, to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and get that algorithm working again. We do appreciate it. 165. After this next story, we'll see if we can rally you guys a little bit. We haven't really pushed the likes a lot tonight. Let's see if we can do a little fun team rally and get it up to 200 at the end of the show. So everybody take a second right now, hit the thumbs up, and I'll check on you in about 15 minutes. All right. MILF Manor.
I'm ready.
We watched the previews for this one. Oh, by the way, Atomic Ray with $20 says, why'd you take down all the prize shows like a gay F word? I'll tell you why, because people were threatening to flag them. There's nothing wrong with the prize shows. They're totally above board.
They've been fine for years.
They've been fine for years. They're okay. But when people start saying that they're going to do gay ops on your videos, I'm Sun Tzu, man. I believe in the art of war. If your enemy thinks you're going to be in a place, don't be there. So, it's kind of like people flailing wildly You're like, I know I'm above board. I know it's cool, but what if one of these motherfuckers gets lucky and there's a mass flagging and then they find like a community violation or something like that in there?
It's just channel preservation, really.
Just take the shit down and let those losers. Yeah, let those losers whine about it and cry about it.
I've looked into TOS many times. It's fine.
We're fine. Marquis says, beg harder, you sexy loaf swine. Thanks, buddy.
Loaf swine.
Just remember to keep hitting the thumbs up button and get that up to 200. Let's continue on here. MILF Manor. We watched the preview for this, and when we first saw this show, it was pitched as a bunch of MILFs just trying to fuck some 20-something guys.
Yes, no details given.
That was going to be the show, and we're like, oh my God, this is going to be horrible. Scott Richard Staska says our prize show's done. No, not at all.
No.
In fact, it's going to be, the next prize show is going to be a lot of fun. That's what I can tell you so far. So MILF Manor was pitched as a show where a bunch of MILFs are going to have sex with underage guys.
Well, 20-something-year-olds.
What did I say?
You said underage guys.
No, I meant like under... Oh, yeah, wow. That was a terrible way to put it. No, I meant guys under their age. Like
half their age.
Half their age, yeah. No, they're not. It was not a show about older women having sex with underage guys. That would be a terrible... that would be Epstein Manor, says Tim the Ancient. You're right, buddy. But this was, MILFs chasing the little cubs. Cougars chasing cubs, as they say. Then when the show was about to come out, what they revealed to us was all of the guys on the show were the sons of one of the other moms in the house at MILF Manor. So basically, all of these horny old ladies were going to be taking out their years of sexual frustration on the sons of the women that they're living with.
Yeah.
So basically, this whole show is set up to make a woman walk in on her kid pounding a woman she's living with. It is the most...
Can you imagine?
It's the most I don't give a shit thing for a concept for a television show I think I've ever heard of.
It's pretty gross.
Citizen M says, will prize nights be exclusively Rumble? Oh, no. We got something great for prize night coming up. It's going to be awesome. Derek Chauvinist says, MILF Manor is a math show. How many times can 18 go into 56?
There you go. Oh, my God. That is off-putting.
All right. Well, let's check out. I have a clip from MILF Manor. If you guys would like to see. And Marquise, I agree with you. I blame Sex in the City for this. For sure.
See, I don't know what even Sex in the City does. Unless it's just Sex in the City.
And someone else is right, too. The guys will then get to go to the other guys and start fights because they'll be like, I fucked your mom. Like, dude, you want to see what I did last night? Here, smell my fingers. And like, that's your mom's pussy.
As men, though, isn't that something you always gave your friends shit about when they had a hot mom? I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure these are strangers. I mean, these aren't like...
I guess you're gonna fight a lot more.
Exactly. And then you got the women who are gonna walk in on them riding their son, and then they're gonna be pissed.
Ew.
And you're gonna have them pulling their slimy old puss off by the hair, and they're gonna get in a fight in the living room while the kid's like, look, I still got half a rod going over here. What the fuck's going on, Mom? You kind of cock-blocked me there. What the hell?
I'm puckering everywhere.
I think that's the point. So I found a clip from the show. We have one of the young gentlemen seducing one of the ladies.
Okay.
Would you like to see? You guys can all judge his game if you'd like. Here we go. This is from MILF Manor on TLC, I believe.
So, creative activity number 2. So what I attempted to do was this. I started to make a song for you.
Ew. I'm sorry. If I'm with a guy and he says he wrote me a song,
yeah,
that's a red flag.
No, you don't think that's good?
I don't like that shit. I don't like poetry. Don't write me a song.
All right.
Unless you're Luke fucking Combs, don't write me a song.
Now, let's say he writes you a song. You don't like that. Are you saying then you wouldn't like him to perform it a cappella for you right there?
I'm saying...
Would you find that to be uncomfortable and, dare I say, cringe?
Yes, and I might have to excuse myself for the evening.
And go fuck one of the other ladies' sons.
The other sons, you know.
And what I did was...
This is too exciting.
I attempted to translate it in Spanish.
Okay, let's do that.
First line, it's... Flaws and all.
You don't think this is gonna be good? What?
It starts with flaws and all, by the way, so it's an insult right off the bat.
Dimply ass, sagging tits,
cottage cheese.
You
butt?
still want my 20-year-old dick?
Flaws and all. I want you just the way you are.
Oh, he harmonized at her.
I don't feel well.
You don't want a guy to do this? This isn't romantic to you?
I don't like the song thing. I think it's weird. Don't try this hard.
You don't like that he's like harmonizing like he's on stage?
No, I feel like if you're just a good dude, be speaking for yourself. You don't have to sing.
Let down your walls.
Your vagina walls.
Prolapsed.
Defectos y todo. Lo que te quedaron.
Oh, you don't like that he's singing in Spanish now? We'll see. He wanted to show that he can be bilingual.
None of this is okay.
He can be a douche in 2 languages now.
None of this is okay, dude.
Oh, you're not sold on MILF Manor?
Not this guy.
Do you think this guy got pussy that night?
I think so. I think she probably ate it up.
Why? Because she's desperate? All right.
Como erase. How is it?
Good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Do you think she thinks it's good, or is she like, shut up, you're an
don't know.
attractive young man, just shut, I will suck your dick if you shut the fuck up right now and stop talking?
Like, for obvious reasons, I already know you have a good dick. Like, it's gonna be
Oh, really?
fine.
What are those obvious reasons?
He's young.
Oh,
and
okay.
vibrant.
Wow, that is disgustingly racist.
I said young and vibrant, you
can't believe
asshole.
you would say something like that. We all know what that means.
Are you just saying
You did
that?
good.
It's good. All right, thank you.
Who helped you with that?
Nobody.
But you're black. That's kind of what I got from that.
Oh, no.
Who helped you with that? You had to have a ghostwriter. I mean,
Oh, did you learn that from your dad?
why?
Well, I just figured his dad was a romancer.
Oh.
No, because his mom's at MILF Manor. That means daddy's not around.
Well, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, his dad's definitely not around.
None of
because
these guys, like their dads aren't around.
Oh, shit. Marquise Harris with $10 says, if April ends up on MILF Manor, I'm committing seppuku.
I don't have any kids. I have no
Oh.
chance.
Scott Richard Staska says, April, I would expect a woman from Litchfield to turn super soaker when Jebediah breaks out, that's amore. Hey, wait a minute. He didn't write that one.
Like
though.
I said, if you're a Luke Combs kind of guy and you decide to write me a song, it might be okay.
Tim the Ancient says, let down your walls. By that, he means uterine mesh lining. Oh. Ooh.
Got class
boy.
action lawsuits on the beach just waiting.
Ooh. Steve's guitar says, who did you steal that from? Yeah, I just saw that.
Who did you steal that from? Oh. It's racist.
Oh, man. Oh, that was not good.
I don't know. I was trying to watch her body language a little bit to see what she thought, but she's kind of fussing with her hair really nervously. So that either means she was super into it and she's bashful, or she's like, oh, it's just fucking awful.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was a good thing.
I feel like if you're one of the women on this show, you have to be looking at these kids, basically these young men, at some point being, they're just kids. It has to feel kind of gross.
You're like, I'm strictly here for the dick. I don't like. I'm
but
just.
that has to feel gross. I don't want to fuck a kid.
Well,
I mean, like young men,
Look, they're aging whores. They're just any port in a storm.
There's hotter older guys everywhere.
Grinch Girl says, just because my son is 17, no, I'm not going on MILF Manor. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I mean, it's just gross, honestly.
Woman almost dies and loses her nipple after horrific Colombian plastic surgery. Look, guys, either save up the money to have the surgery done right here in the United States or don't do the goddamn plastic surgery. How many people have to come back with gravel in their tits?
Oh, God.
And like rocks in their ass before they realize that, maybe this isn't the best way to go.
God, how many like Brazilian butt lifts have we seen people come back with and they almost died?
Yeah, it's all
of them.
But you saved $3,000. Congratulations.
For what?
Save up, get it done here.
That's what I'm doing.
Or if you can't save up and get it done here, it's not that important to you to look that good. So I don't know if you guys heard, but there was we'll talk about this on tomorrow's show. There was a group of Americans that went down to Mexico. 2 of them got killed. They just rescued the other 2. And they were down there to get tummy tucks. Guys, it's not worth taking a bullet for.
They all do that just because it's cheaper. But the ironic part is it always costs you your life.
Yeah.
So you can feel like you're getting a screaming deal for about 10 minutes. But, you know.
The only place I'll let you go to get plastic surgery somewhere is Canada. That's it. Anywhere else?
The maid service will take care of me there. You're going to let me go there?
A Florida woman, Lindsay Colosimo, is one of the millions of Americans who voluntarily elect to have some part of their body augmented, which in this day and age isn't as taboo as it once was. However, the cost of having such procedures can be so astronomical. So Colosimo decided she would take matters into her own hands by cutting the cost of her surgery and getting it done in a different country at an extremely discounted rate. A decision she now regrets. Fox News reports that Colosimo had a tummy tuck performed in the U.S. back in 2012, but was no longer pleased with the results. After speaking with 2 friends who had visited a facility in Colombia for their plastic surgery, Colosimo hopped on a flight for the procedure, and she got more than what she bargained for. Again, like, you kind of deserve it. When I got to the clinic, I was advised on a breast reduction and lift too, something I always wanted, but it wasn't my priority. She said she went against her gut and went ahead with all 3 because you trust the professionals.
Of course.
You went to Colombia where you thought it was okay to get a tummy tuck and a breast reduction because Sosa said so. You bought that line.
Isn't it Colombia and the Dominican Republic that everyone goes to for like cheap ass fucking doctorate degrees and shit? And
yeah.
You know, you can kind of just skip through all the shit just to get the degree.
Yeah, that's where you get your tummy tuck.
Like that's the doctors giving you your tucks, guys.
Exactly. You know, here's an idea, and this might save you a trip to Colombia to get a shitty plastic surgery done. Maybe do some crunches. Maybe don't eat so much. Maybe keep yourself in decent shape, and then you won't have to go to get the Colombian tummy tuck, which, by the way, Colombian tummy tuck, one of my favorite finishing moves in wrestling history.
I'll keep it in mind.
She said she went against her gut and went with all 3. But when she woke from the surgery, she immediately began vomiting, and her doctor was nowhere to be found.
Ew.
That's not a good sign. If you wake up and you're like, oh man, I don't feel very good. And then you push the button to get the doctor in there, and all of a sudden you look around and you're in a back alley.
You're so alone.
Yeah, that's not good. It continued for for a few days. And I could see a black spot under my bandage, but I was told it was dried blood and not to worry by medics. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in a Colombian hospital where I just had a tummy tuck and breast reduction done. I'm going to check for myself, thanks.
Yeah, you know what they do with those bandages? Because I've had a big surgery. They change them.
Right. I knew in my heart it wasn't as I was getting worse by the day. Eventually, I saw what was under the bandage, and 30% of my nipple was black.
So it's rotten.
You've got a rotten tit, lady.
They like disconnected it and didn't put it back.
Colosimo sent her sister in the States a photo of her wounds, and after she checked with a doctor, Colosimo discovered the tissue around her breast was dead. That's one way to get a breast reduction, though. They didn't say how they do it.
It's just going to fall off eventually.
We're going to let it rot off. It'll be reduced.
That's a stink.
Though the Colombian medical team insisted everything was fine, which was a lie.
Really?
Once Colosimo returned to the States, she sought medical attention immediately, which finally confirmed her fears. Once she got back to the U.S., she went straight to the hospital, where she was diagnosed with an E. coli infection in her breast and told she needed more surgery to fix her stomach.
E. coli's from shit.
They got shit in her tits.
You got shit tit.
You've got a shit tit.
Fuck.
From your Colombian plastic surgery.
I
hope it was worth saving the dough.
Oh my God. Yeah. How's this hospital bill going to pan out?
I don't know. How much does it cost to fix a shit tit?
A lot.
We have shit tit. Colombian surgery, shit tit. Vapid white whore, shit tit. She needed a wound vax, and her bandages had to be changed by doctors daily, according to Caters. The infection almost cost me my life. I developed cellulitis, and I am still in constant pain at the incision point.
Cellulitis is not anything to fuck around with. Do you know what that is?
What is that?
It's like when your skin like gets infected and shit, and it's just like this big wound that keeps getting bigger if it goes unchecked. It's really fucked up. My grandma had it.
Fat Andy said it right. Before the doctor left, he went, "Hey, Chi-Chi, get the yayo. Get the yayo." You got the money? Yeah, I got the money. And I got the rotten tit.
Oh, God.
She would have had Dr. Frank do it because Frank was better.
Oh, Frank.
Come on, titty heel. Come on, titty.
Oh. Hold on. What do they do with your nipple when you get when your shit, like, gets augmented? Like, do they actually, like...
I can't even play with her nipples, man, because her tit is so polluted.
You don't have polluted tits.
No, I certainly don't. But then
They're
again,
nice and pink.
I haven't gone. Where'd you get your tummy tuck done, lady? Hey, where the fuck does it matter where I got my tummy tuck done?
Right.
Oh. Man. Hey, I'm just trying to find out who I'm doing surgery for. You're gonna find out who you're doing surgery for when you stop fucking around, Ecto. Oh. I want you to make me look like the girls on the movies, like Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Aniston. I like the way their tits look, man. I always say, one day I come in here, Colombia. Yeah, I did what I told you to tell them. I had said I was in sanitation.
Oh.
No, I didn't say you was in sanitation. I said you was in a sanitarium. I said that you had a rotten tit from a bad plastic surgery and you was in a sanitarium and you was cured. Oh, she saw the doctors packing up and they just went, leave her, Todd, leave her, Todd, leave her, Todd, leave her, Todd.
Does she have the energy? How do you get shit in your tit? They do like a...
Because the hospital is so polluted. Sorry.
They have like a colon cancer surgery and then use the same knife for your titty.
Yeah.
How does that work?
She found the doctor running away. Rabenga! Say hello to my rotten tit. I got rotten nipples coming out of my fucking ears, man.
Gross.
Oh, shit. Oh. I'm just looking. What about a bunch of whacked out Colombians at the Sunray Motel doing your tit job? You remember that?
Stay away from my tit, man. It's not for you.
You stay away from her, doctor. Her tit is not for you.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Do something about the tit in the toilet.
Oh, frog face, you just fucked yourself. You gave me a bad tit job. You dead. Hey, how about I give you a tummy tuck? How about you try sticking your head up your ass? See if it fits. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, fuck, man. I want titties the size of a horse. Good. They're going to make your titties the size of a horse. You see that lady over there? She wants giant tits. She's a real Haza.
Jesus Christ.
Look at the rotten tit fly. Come on, rotten tit. Oh, boy. All right, guys, we got a premiere starting in about 2 minutes on this channel. It's going to be the Jackson Mahomes thing. I want you to check it out. I want you to hit the like button on that. I want you to get the views up on that. With the whole algorithm, how YouTube works and all that shit. How many likes are we at on this one before we get out of here? I want to make sure that we get up to 200 before we're out of here. I hope you enjoyed the Scarface titty bit that we did at the end here. I'm writing that one down too. Scarface tits.
Yes. Oh.
182. All right, come on, guys. We need 18 more likes, and then we'll get the hell out of here, and we'll let you go watch the Jackson Mahomes video.
Hit it.
186 is apparently where we're at right now. Keep hitting the like button. Let's get her up to 200, and let's call it a success for the night. We got overtime. We're 325 away from tomorrow morning. Optic Nerve said 186. 495 Marauder says 184. 187 now. 13 more. Everybody hit the thumbs up on your way out the door. Fire off a thumbs up, and let's get it to 200 by the end of the night. Garrett Johnson says there's 239 watching at the moment. No excuses.
Yes, everybody fuck the like button.
239 in overtime.
With your fingers.
Must have been a hell of a crowd during the peak of the show. 188. Everybody hitting the like. Everybody hitting the like. Let's go ahead and fire that up and get it to 200, and then we'll tap out for the evening. Who put those rotten tits together? Me. That's who. All right, 192. Keep it going.
Come on.
You guys got it. 193. Again, this is like Armageddon, waiting to hit 800 feet.
Come on, touch it.
You guys can do it. 193. Keep hitting the thumbs up. You guys have it. You guys have got it. You always do this. You always get it there.
You know you'll see us in the morning.
Marquis says, hold them hostage. No.
We'll be back.
We got the Jackson Mahomes video debuting. I want you guys to go watch that. I want you to go enjoy something we did yesterday morning on the show. 195. 195. 4 more. 197. We're getting there. 3 more. Get it to 200. Hit the refresh.
They're playing games.
I will make 200 likes. Do you swear on your daughter's life, on my family's? I will make 200 likes. Then let's shut this show off. 197, 200. There we go. Attaboy. Good job, everybody. All right. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to put the tickets up tonight. We'll put that on all the social media stuff. Subscribe to our channel. That's big for us. April, thank you very much.
Thanks, boss.
6 a.m. tomorrow morning for the morning show. Can't wait to see you then.